for Onyx ID to make it work. While Onyx PH, yeah, a little bit unique, but at the same time, the idea is clear and there's a lot of capability for them to shine on their
Hello guys, hello, welcome to what's wrong in there? Mobile Legends kick hello.
Lefel, what do you guys think about the two drafts?
I think we're gonna see a lot of fighting here. Heck, 3 fighters on 1 composition. I want to see Onyx Philippines pushing it through, but hey, Onyx Indonesia with a standard draft here. Maybe they could do something by pushing it all the way to the late game. Welcome, folks, to the second game of this third place matchup. It's me, Lefel, and Leo calling this one.
Nothing is impossible given that in the first game of the series, an XP laner, Nay and Edith, with no Sky Piercer, mind you, scored a Savage. So who's to say what and what can happen here in Onyx versus Onyx?
Something I can say, though, this time is much different for this Kalia because, heck, now she has backup with a lot of damage and a lot of range. I kind of feel like
welcome guys, welcome.
I agree with the panel that it is a very difficult draft for this Sparsa. But if you win by too much, it won't matter. So that's kind of the goal here coming in from Onyx Indonesia. Try to win enough so that even if something happens, they can outplay.
There's a lot of easy and quick damage coming through. But can that force themselves through the CC? Again, the sheer amount of crowd control that Onyx PH have on demand. Look at that XP lane matchup again, the Arlott against the CC, which I believe that Arlotts, the majority of Arlotts, save for Sanfords, have just ran into weird situations, especially the ones in Rome. But here against CC, I think it's a valid pick.
And here's the thing, man. Looking at Onyx ID, almost every single person here has some form of dash to get out of a very sticky situation. So it does feel like Onyx ID, they're trusting on their own instincts as well as mechanics to make sure that they can outplay Onyx Philippines. So this is definitely one of those games where the reaction time is going to be highlighted by both teams.
Well, Bruce here walking into that long side lane brush towards the corner. Kirk, vengeance on the one key boy. Jumps in.
Oh,
kids.
Not gonna keep him alive long enough.
I think it's the blood on my loot P. Onyx ID already on the board. The vengeance popped in, keeping himself alive as Keyboy starts up the turtle.
Good instinct by Kyrie, making sure it doesn't go in, and now better S right used.
Very low HP, Onyx PH. The duo, the trio gets pushed back. Onyx ID claim the turtle, and now they're attempting Grand Theft Purple. Final slash once more. Can they stop it? The Tsunami Slam takes down Kirk. And where'd the purple go? It's on Kyrie.
And now, honestly, even though, yes, Keyboy got taken down, this is what Onyx ID is trying to establish. Some kind of map control earlier on, especially giving over the goal to either Sans or Kyrie. Kyrie, even though he only got 2 assists, it's better than nothing, right? Of course, you want to kill here, but either way, I feel like this is very good by Onyx Indonesia. As long as they can get more kills, and then preferably before the Lord spawns, get some turrets. At least 2, and I think you're in a very good position where you can just out-damage Onyx Philippines.
And that's what you're looking for if you want to really invest in this sound macro direction that you're going for. Again, very low kill count. Very good movements to isolate certain parts of Onyx PH's attempts at, chain CCs. And so far, I think this is going to benefit plenty for Savero. We know that Savero, if he takes care of himself and he invests in himself, in his kit, that he has this clutch gene late game that maybe will allow him to claw Onyx ID back. But what if they're comfortable? What if they're in a good position all game long?
Looking at the rotations here coming in from Onyx Philippines, Onyx ID, they need to be aware by Turtle 2, it will most likely be 5-man coming in from Onyx Philippines. So they have to make a decision whether they want 4v5 or 5v5.
And that's 30 seconds from now. They started off already. A Tsunami Slam on the Kirk. Won't let him live, but Lefel, isn't that overkill? They threw all them's ults on him.
Hey, maybe. Onyx ID is secretly just Destroyer. They really don't like that Arlott.
He was in their ear. Yep. And it makes sense because part of the joke, you want to get that final slash out of the equation. That can change the entirety of your approach. Imagine being within retribution range, get hit by that sweeping ult, push to the side, and then suddenly, poof, King Kong steals it. Speaking of King Kong, Mount Shocker revealing everyone from Onyx ID where their whereabouts are. The I'm Offended forcing the response, the Feather Strike and the Vengeance. The Fist Break trying to stop him from getting in the way. King Kong scores it, taking down Lutpi as well, while Kyrie finds Sprint. Tsunami Slam onto one. Kirk flickers back. The break once more, trying to stop the forward momentum of Onyx ID will result in a 2-for-1 trade. Make that a 3, because Onyx PH got the turtle.
Right now, I feel we can finally hear some noise coming in from Kyrie fans, because how long have they waited for him to use this kind of pick, using the Lancelot, dashing in and out, getting all those kills, and now he's looking amazing.
Too long, LaFell, too long. He is so comfortable. You can see it in his movements. This is that same hero that he's used years back to run away from an inevitable death that we all could have sworn he was going to die from. But Kyrie looked at death and said, nah, not today. About 2,000 gold ahead, Onyx IDR, and the map seemed to be on their side. Again, this is just going to benefit Savero all the while. He's not sweating at all.
Yep, Kyrie making Lancelot look like Lance too much, and again, they're going for one lane. They found Kelra, they want to go for it.
Tsunami Slam onto the Ruby. Again, there's only so much you can do as a fighter. You flicker back, you were still going to die regardless. You were right smack dab in the middle of the circumference of that Feathered Airstrike, and there's so much pressure up top. Mountain Shocker used up the stun portion of that ult, gonna push back Onyx ID.
And this is how you make sure that your far side is safe by everyone that can disable you, which is using the ultimate crowd control. Death, just kill them first. So this is a good initiation coming in from Onyx ID. And so far, Kirk not having a good time going up against Lutpi. And Kyrie's here, looks like he's not going to go for any kind of engage. Probably saving all those skills for his turtle.
Sadly, the one way that the Arlott could have been good into the CC is if you're away from the lane, if you're fighting somewhere else, if you're using your kit in a different way. A Tsunami Slam, serving it up, putting it at the tip of the Feathered Airstrike. Sans wailing away, hits him with 2 salvos, but survives with a flicker, but he's out of the conversation for this turtle take.
Yeah, but again, no
Ja,
Tsunami
det är
Slam
så
coming
kiva
in from
gäster,
T-Boy, so they got to make sure whoever engages next.
What is happening to Never?
Fist break and a crack on the Lutpi, forcing the Vengeance, putting 4 members down of Onyx PH very low, and 3 bite the dust. Savero gets a double. Onyx ID are running through the super family.
I gotta say, man, Farsa and Kali are best friends because they make the impossible possible. Have 5 counters on your side. I don't care. This Kalia is gonna give so much kill or opportunity for the Farsa to actually be doing much. Right now, we're looking into the replay here where Lutpi was the one that got engaged, but that Vengeance made it so that not only did he survive, but actually got a lot of reflect damage onto Onyx Philippines. And this iteration of Lancelot deals so much damage so that kind of outplay is possible.
Back to real life here. Sans just pulled the Feathered Airstrike to try and help Savero clear this wave and possibly take down this turret a notch or 2. And I just noticed something. LaFell, this humble skin on Savero's Claude, its blazing duet is deceptively subtle.
Yeah.
It has a very low visual identity. You barely know that it's going on up until you see your life just at half.
Yeah, but speaking of which, looks like another engage going in, but looks like Keyboy caught no one. Oh, an engage!
Here comes Brusco punching his way through his problems, through Onyx PH's problems, and now Kirk right in the middle, smack dab of 4 members of Onyx ID gets punished. Mount Shocker plus a stun, not gonna stop Lutpi's forward momentum, popping that Vengeance, keeping Onyx ID's momentum up.
Onyx PH has a tough time asking Onyx ID to slow down, to stop moving. They have a lot of crowd control, but again, all of it is being avoided by Onyx Indonesia because we're seeing them moving in and out of the team fight quite freely. And I would say this is more on Onyx ID having that instinct of dodging all those kills, where we see Kyrie just stopping in his own tracks, anticipating some kind of engage either coming in from Kurt or Brusco.
Yep, fundamentally speaking, Onyx ID have all of the initiation. Onyx ID have all the ways to start fights. Onyx PH, what they're really good at is anticipating and reacting. I'm offended, check. Fist crack, fist break, check. Mountain Shocker, check. Final slash, check. So that alone is what describes this dichotomy between the Onyx ID and Onyx PH lineups. One is waiting, the other just saying, let's keep going, let's keep going, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight. Lord here, down to a 3rd, a 5th, an 8th, a 10th, and it's over. A clean take for the Sky Kings.
Looks like a better engage coming in. Tsunami Slam onto Kirk. It looks like Kirk is going to get taken down. And now Brusco tries to make a play. It looks like Severo is still able to escape some Prince, trying to get a kill onto him. But double kill for Keyboy. And now Lupi all alone in the front, trying to make some more plays. Kelra tries to get away. A good I'm offended, pulling in Lupi, but it still survives.
So far, so good, so great for Onyx ID, taking 2 kills, suffering none, plus the Lord along the way, marching down bot. The Super Fam, they can't catch a break again. It's in the nature of these lineups. Who's the beatdown? 99% of the time, it's Onyx ID, a feathered airstrike, plus another Tsunami Slam. The final slash catching nobody, except for Keyboy. He was a little in too deep, goes down.
I like the attempt, but yeah, so far Onyx Philippines was able to outplay that, but now Onyx ID with 8,000 gold lead, they're able to take a lot on the map. The Lord is still marching in. It's just the first Lord, so it's not going to be that devastating. Plus, looking at the inhibitors, the mid lane still having that Holy Shield does make it very difficult for Onyx ID to really end the game. So now it really is about choking Onyx Philippines, making sure that they don't get any farm after this.
But here's what's scary, Lafel. I have to mention, Onyx PH, yes, they are a reactive lineup. Their comp would like to wait for you to try and engage. That's very strong at the high ground defense. It's lethal, especially if you're underneath your tier 3s. And look at this. They're baiting Onyx ID. They're saying, hey, look, we're ready for another Tsunami Slam. Keyboy, you want any of us?
This is kind of scary because Kyrie did a lot of damage with just the War Axe. Now having the Endless Battle as well, there's going to be a lot more burst damage as well as healing going back into his HP. Looking at King Kong, still respectable amount of damage with the Blade of Despair as well as the Hunter Strike. A lot of penetration cooldown as well as just raw damage, but you really can't compare when the Lancelot have 3 items here. Even having 1 defense item with the Brute Force, making it so that even if you do catch him, it's gonna be hard to take him down.
Yeah, I'd reckon King Kong is about 1,000 away from finishing his Endless Battle, so that's definitely a big power spike that he can expect. All this while, Severo just picked up his Rose Gold Meteor Dog. That's the 4th item after the Swift Trinity. So it already comes to reason that even in the mid-game, you're already hurting with your subtle Blazing Duet, your stealth Blazing Duet. What more now when you're a little more chunkier, when you can protect yourself just for a second or two longer. He invested in this, mind you, instead of the Wind of Nature. But look, the Wind of Nature would also be very good since there are 3 fighters.
I gotta say, Onyx PH, for them to turn things around, they gotta do what JP did and play like an assassin as you go to the back line. Either Kurt, Brusco, or heck, Super Prince. Maybe even anyone could really do that, because I gotta feel like the moment you're able to stop that feather airstrike, a lot of the firepower is dealt with.
And it's all the more easier, if anything, Lafel. They have great tools. They have the Mount Shocker. They can see where the pieces of Onyx ID are, but this 9k gold lead is just too huge. Kelra here, nice attempt, flicker, I'm offended, no one home. But here comes the punish. To Keyboy looking for a target. Already spent the Tsunami Slam. Brusco and Kirk hit with a curtain call. Brusco able to retreat, and Onyx PH sent packing.
Yep, a lot were used, but still, no one really died in that final engage. And Onyx ID, they're fine with that. Having 10,000 gold, the minions are looking good. They're setting it up. The Lord is marching down bot, trying to slow it down so that Kyrie can get his buff first. This could be an end angle, but like you said, the draft coming in from Onyx Philippines, they're actually very good at defending. So,
guys, we'll go.
They gotta get some kills first.
Onyx ID are just waiting for this Lord to come a crashing. So they're managing the movements of these waves from mid and top. Not going to be fully synced, but at least that's a lot of pressure coming down on the Super Fam's base. Here comes the Lord, putting that bottom lane inhibitor at about 0 health. And there's the damage on Keyboy. Lutpi pushing the advantage. Mount Shocker here by King Kong, checking range. Final slash finds one, but Keyboy answers back in kind. Kirk very low. Kirk goes down. Sans gets the kill. And that's already 1 member of the Super Fam taken out of the equation. Super Prince very low as well. Kyrie takes him. And now here comes Severo holding on to the Blazing Duet. Does not use it just yet. Oh, wow, the discipline on this young man.
You know what? I'm surprised Sans hasn't gone back yet. He's like, I'm barely having any HP, but you know what? I can take some minions. Still, looks like on ID, they don't want to stop. They want to make sure that they get this mid inhibitor. And now the minion waste, there's only 2. Will this be enough?
They also want the finish. Feather Strike coming in, plus the tsunami slam. All the eye offended, not enough to save him. Didn't even get to pull it out. Here comes the blazing duet. King Kong gonna fall. And just Kirk left to defend. Can he do it? Vengeance plus a final slash plus another vengeance. And now it's over. Onyx ID take us to deadlock. 1-1.
ID जित्नुपर्छ guys,
Took
ID
a while,
जित्नुपर्छ.
but finally, this is the Onyx Indonesia we've been waiting for. A lot of burst damage, a lot of engages, a lot of team fighting. This is something that we wanted to see. And speaking of something that we want to see, pretty sure Destroyer didn't like what he saw on that Arlet. So far securing only Sanford.
I can almost hear Destroyer saying, I told you so.
He might even say that after this. But again, to be fair, that Arlet was ganked mercilessly. Like it almost felt like Destroyer was there for the push. Like, I don't care if you lose. Just make sure this Arlet goes 0-10.
Luckily, it worked out. Again, all of this pressure on Onyx PH.
Ah. Nira. ठिक छ ब्रदर तिम्रो के छ मिस्टेक ब्रदर तिम्रो के छ ब्रदर ठिक छ कति लेभल 9 लेभल पुगेपछि र्याङ्क भेट्छ होला नि त्यसै त उही कागा सर्भर बनेको छैन हैन त अझै मिस्टिक ब्रदर एमएल को सर्भर के भएको अरे त्यही भनेको त्यही भएर म त गइदिएको पबजी खेल्न चल्दिएको छैन जस्तो लाग्यो अरे त्यही भनेको पबजी खेल्न सिक्छु म चाहिँ अब बरु पबजी खेल्न चल्दिएको गाइड चल्दिएको हो त के छ मिस्टिक ब्रदर तिमीलाई खेल्न आउँछ पबजी कहाँ झऱ्यो म कहाँ पुग्यो मिस्टिक ब्रदरलाई पब्जी खेल्नु आउँछ नै आउँदैन ठिक छ हो सरबाट क्या दिइरहे एउटाले फेरि ठिक छ अरे हिजो नि त्यसरी मेरो 1 स्टार गयो गेडबहादुर मलाई त खेल्न आउँदैन यार म खेल्दैछु त अरे हो र होइन होला भान्छौ मैले अब त्यही तर डाउनलोड गर्नुपर्छ झ्याउ लाग्छ अरे त्यही भनेको डाउनलोड गर्ने झ्याउ हुने कि मलाई त आउँदैन कि खेल्न यार भर्खर त सिक्दैछु लेभल 9 मा त पुग्यो हिजो र आज खेलेर के गर्दै टाइसन रक्सी खाएको छैन आज चाहिँ डाटा नि अन गर्छु त्यही भएर त हो कि त्यही भएर होला नि सायद डाउनलोड गरेर आम त अरे कुन लेभलमा तिमी फेरि तिमी खतरा खेल्ने मान्छे रहेछ नि त मलाई गाह्रो पर्छ नि त होइन त म त भर्खर 9 लेभल गयो अनि वेलकम पब्जी खेल्न सिकौँ गाइज पब्जी मोबाइलले चाहिँ काम छैन अब नेपालीहरूलाई सब लाउँछ होला यार पब्जी खेल्न यार है नआउने त कमै होला क्या ह्याङ छैन होला धेरै भइसक्यो नखेलेको अरे ल आऊ न त्यसै डाउनलोड गर म त लेभल 8 को हो एकाउन्टै भर्खर M16 पाएँ नि त गाइज टाइसन पनि डाउनलोड पब्जी टाइफोन डाउनलोड पब्जी के होस् यो फायर हान्यो भने के होस् सिकाउ त गाइस सिकाउ रुट ड्रप आउँछ ओ त रहेछ नि हामी त ड्रप पाएँ मैले दिएँ नि त चिकन डिनर केही त छैन रहेछ एयर ड्रप आउँछ अरे आइटम बिलोङ्स टु टिममेट ड्रप आउँछ अनि यसै कहाँ जानु अब कहाँ जानु गाइस कहाँ जानु ड्रपमा जाउँ न ड्रपमा त्यो इनेमी पट हेडसट गाइस हेडसट 28 ड्रप पनि देखाउँदैछ यार म्यापमा है सही रहेछ त के हो ग्रोजा आइज ग्रोजा केही छैन चलो भाइ चलो माथि हेरौँ त एकछिन फेस क्याम ग्लिचिङ रे ग्लिच भएको होइन हौ तल हेरेर हो फेस क्यामेरा चेन्ज गरेँ के त्यही भएर अलि हावा आइरहेछ अस्तिको त आइफोन 16 हो अनि कहाँ आइफोन 16 लाई सक्छ त गाइज ल फेस क्याम ग्लिच भयो फेरि फक्किङ मगाएको थियो एउटा तार त्यो तारै भएन यार कामै लागेन पऱ्यो नि अब यार काम गरेन भनेर उयो गरिदिनु पऱ्यो केही काम छैन कि नेपालमा केही काम छैन यस्तो शिवा तार मगाएको तार पनि काम लागेन 3000 को तार मगाएको छन् के गर्नु त अब यस्तो फेस क्याम राखेर है निमाइदिस गाइज गेम सुरु भएपछि फेरि हेर्नुपर्छ गाइज अहिलेको लागि फेस क्याम बिना हेरौँ गाइज फेरि मिलाउनु पर्छ मोबाइलबाटै आइफोनबाटै खिच्नु पऱ्यो यार भएन यो क्यामेराले काम गरेन मेरो काम गरेन क्यामेराले त काम गर्छ क्यामेराको तारले चाहिँ काम गरेन के एभरेजको सर्भर मिलिसक्यो हो स्योर हो भाइ स्योर हो अस्ति फेरि हिजो पनि फेरि त्यस्तै भनेर स्टार गयो मेरो टाइसनले भनेर फिक्स भयो जस्तो लाग्यो सर पर्ने हो ल ल ल त्यही जानुपर्छ अहिले कसै गए पब्जी खेल्दैन तिमी चाहिँ झन्डै लाग्दियो म त पब्जीतिरै यस्तो स्टुपिड गेम को खेल्छ भनेर मनी खेलेर आएको हो अरे हो ल ल ल थ्याङ्क यू भनिदिएकोमा कसै ब्रदर पिसीमा मात्र ए पिसीमा खेल्छ तिमी पब्जी मलाई त खेल्नै आउँदैन कि यो गेम यार के हो जस्तो लाग्छ भनेको यस्तो टाइपको गेम मेरो लागि बनेको होइन कि वारको गेम होइन अनि बन्दुकको गेम आई वाज मेन्ट टु प्ले एमएलबी के गाइज फोनमा ग्राफिक मन पर्दैन अरे हो है खेल्न सक्छौ तिमी म त खेल्न आउँदैन हौ मजाले खै कहाँ छ इनिमी थाहा छैन उवार पऱ्यो वार कहाँ हो कहाँ फे अहिले घुमे छ अब एमएल हाल्नु जानु पर्ला गाइज एक लट खाइदियो गेम प्लेहरू पनि फेरि अहिले हाफ भइरहेको थियो नि त्यही भएर पब्जी हान्दिउँ न भनेर बसेको त बुझिन मैले तिम्रो माया जब तिमी लिग अफ लेजेन्ड खेल्नुपर्छ पिसीमा मजा आउँछ ए लिग अफ लेजेन्ड ल ल म डाउनलोड गर्छु फेरि म्याकबुकमा केही नहुने रहेछ गेमै जब तिमी असँग थियौ ठोक यसलाई साले ठोक ठोक धेरै जस्तो सर्भर मिलेको छैन रे हाफ जतिको फिक्स भएको छ ए हाफको चाहिँ फिक्स रहेछ हाफको चाहिँ भएको छैन हाफको चाहिँ फिक्स भएको छैन है स्टार्ट भयो आइडी र फिलिपिन्सको ल ल ल पका यो सकोस् पहिला चिकन आउनु लागिरहेको छ एउटा चिकन खुवाउन बटहरूलाई मारेर भयो भने किधर हो भाई साहब बट लोग किधर हो एचके एमएलबी को वार पर्दैछ त्यही भनेको एमएलबी हार स्याहार पऱ्यो यार अनि चाहिँ ल सकितिर एमएलबी हारोस् के अनि त्यसपछि मजा आउँछ नि
Boy already using to revitalize, make sure that San stays in lane, but now looks like King Kong goes in.
Whoop, flicker.
अनि त्यसपछि ठाउँमा आउँछ कि यो अनि फेरि जस्तै हुन्छ अनि त्यसपछि
There's already spanned with a choke slam taking down the Gila one.
I gotta say, these mid laners are playing like EXP laners, trying to trade as much as they can, and so far, Onyx Philippines is on top. King Kong very patient to stay in the mid lane to make sure a gank actually happens.
So here's a quick look at the emblems, trying to understand where these teams are coming from, how they built their heroes. How often does this happen? Concussive blast on the Phoebus. He wants to clear quick and leave.
I mean,
look
look
at
at even
down.
the thrill. So kind of wants to win the lead, kind of making sure that there's a bit more damage than you would expect, I guess. Yeah, looking at how the map is looking like, even with Onyx Philippines winning that mid lane, so far it doesn't translate to much, which is good for Onyx Indonesia, because at this point I kind of feel like
market
if
down
possible, they do want to play for that turtle. The difference is this time without the Kalia, the setup isn't going to be as easy.
League of Legends हावा छैन
Yep, there's more steps for Onyx ID to find success. Now Onyx PH first to the scene, looking for that choke on a Keyboy. Kirk putting him up. The bravest fighter set in already. Lutpi ready to go, throwing hands. Great swords into the back line. King Kong looking for that traceless, and the successful retribution coming in from the Sigma jungler. Onyx PH pushing the advantage. Look at this, they're crossing the threshold. Crimson Beacon finds Sans, finds another. Keyboy forces a revitalize, but it's not going to be enough. The Onyx PH squad are way too deep to find nothing. They take down Keyboy.
This is the consequences of dying early as a mid laner. You don't get that level 4
PC version राम्रो छ मोबाइल version त top land हो League of Legends हो League of Legends League of Legends
They did not expect a rogue Lapu-Lapu to be waiting for them in the bush, and it's Kirk who gets the worst of it. Bottom lane, we haven't really talked about this much. Again, you give Kelra and Severo space, you don't know what you're cooking with. Kyrie going for that small camp attempt, and now they're crossing over. Oh no, Super Prince is a little too deep. He doesn't have a flicker. Almost bumps into the wall. Gets away with it though. No one's watching.
Yep. Overall, a lot of attempts coming in from both teams, but nothing super successful just yet. So definitely got to look at those timers on those flickers, especially, which also, in my opinion, Kurt kind of used the flicker very early in the previous sort of fight. Again, not punished, so overall still looking pretty good. Severo having that Hunter Strike, it does mean, oh, hold on, final flash.
And it starts. The Mountain Shocker's thrown out. Oh, but Brusco misplaced himself. Used the flicker, but no one caught with the final slash. They put him where they wanted to be. Onic ID are at least cutting it close, 2-2.
But we can definitely see Onic PH, the idea is really trying to shut down Sans as much as they can. Because how many times have they ganked mid? At this point, it looks personal.
Yep, this is the same situation that they found themselves in Game 1. Again, we're not used to Sans being forced to play reactively, to be on the back foot, and this seems to be the play for the Super Fam. Now Severo put down a half health. This is where the turtle is going to be spawning, so this is hitting 2 birds with 1 stone, pressuring the gold lane and starting up early. Keyboy, the middle of 3 here. Revitalize already used. Brusco down to Shocker. Keyboy didn't want to catch the tail end of that stun. In comes Lutpi, uses his ult, finds Brusco into the back line there, and he is still alive. Spellbound gonna keep him up, Keyboy. Defensive AOG, Kelra unable to stop Kyrie from scoring the second turtle. Keyboy might go down here. The captain of the Sky Kings fall.
A bit messy coming in from both teams, but again, we see the idea coming in from Onic Indonesia. It doesn't matter who, as long as it's Arlit, we gotta take him down. And I gotta say, Leo, the fact that Sans has been targeted so much, I blame Severo. He's so ungankable that you just gotta go mid. Going to the EXP is gonna be difficult going up against this Lapu Lapu. So, you know, Severo's so good that Sans has to take the hit for it.
I agree with you, because the only reason why King Kong and Kelra tried in the bottom lane is because it was free. They already have the turtle there anyways, but regardless, they would not waste time to try and take down the Severo. So this is the best Onic PH can do, is to just check what's going on with Severo, lest they will still continue to try pressure Sans. Sans jumping up, forcing a flicker from Super Prince. Now the response, do they know this is 4? Yes, they do know it's 4, and it's still worth it. Keyboy, revitalized already, final slash, hits 2, displacing Sans, but Keyboy might bite it here. Looking for the damage, AOG. Between these 3 from Onic PH, there's really nothing going on. Instead, it does buy time and space for Kelra to push, though. Down bottom, that's the first taken down. Zaman force drop to push Severo back.
At this point, I'm pretty sure Kelra is a bit annoyed because not trading with Severo. Severo's playing very, very safe.
Fight me!
Fight me! Come on, man! You're a Ranger! You know how to use this hero, but yeah, looking at the fight, looks like Keyboy was trying really hard to bait out as many skills as possible coming in from Onic Philippines and then just threading the needle with AOG. Looking at the gold difference here, not a lot of gold difference when we're looking at gold. The biggest difference is in the jungle, but this is the thing about Yi Sun-shin. Just farm up very, very fast, and he's using it to his advantage.
The meta may change, but players' habits do not. King Kong keeping up his jungling pattern and his speed even in August of 2025. Final turtle spawns, lower quarter, here we go. Onic PH.
मोबाइलबाट क्यामेरा खिच्नै मन लाग्दैन अघि जस्तीसम्म मैले आइफोनबाट खिचिरहेको थिएँ कि
from Brusco missing. The flicker
गर्दाखेरि
spent
मले
in
चलाउनु
already.
पाउँदैन क्या
Keyboy
आइफोनबाट खिच्यो
splitting up Super Prince and King Kong. Lutby scores. How that happens? Up and force by Kelra. Pushing back Keyboy, Sant, and Kyrie, but it's not enough. They're compromised. Brusco falls. They're a man down. AOG Keyboy splitting up the rest of Onic PH. Down goes Prince. Nothing for the M6 World Champions there, and that turtle take goes all to the Sky Kings.
Lupi is amazing at splitting up families, man, because he makes sure that there's no 5v5 team fights. He goes to the back line, makes you choose who do you want to deal with, everyone else or just me.
That doesn't sound as good as it looks, but Lutfi is doing God's work for the Indonesian champions here, and there's just not him doing that. Keyboy too. Look at this late entry AOG coming in, and there it is. Oh, masterful. Onic PH really had no business being deep into that fight the way they were.
This is a good way for Onic Indonesia to approach this team fight, which is just making sure it's not a 5v5. Don't make it honest. Make it so that you gotta choose who you gotta deal with, and we got a lot to deal with here. Onyx ID still 1,000 gold ahead. Good at going up against Onyx Philippines, but again, looking at their damage dealers, looking at Kelra as well as King Kong, they're in a very good position to get back into this game.
Yep. If anything, King Kong is in a more beneficial spot. T-Boy here, unable to pop the AOG to be able to retreat. King Kong is just going to farm. King Kong is just going to farm. The fact that Savero denied a lot of fights from Kelra, maybe that's what made the 500 gold difference, but the Super Fam ain't sweating it. The Super Fam ain't sweating it. Onyx ID are looking for their wins, licking their wounds. They've lost
Guys,
1,000 gold lead. I don't know where to find it next, because to be able to split up a family, right, as you so eloquently put it, the family has to be together. But look at this now. Onyx PH are actually across the map. They're spread out.
Yeah, and the fact that King Kong, I feel like T-Boy really, hold on, looks like Kirk got caught.
And Kirk is gonna go down here. Savero gets the kill. Zaman Force spent in by Kelra, dash it through, and Sans gets bitten down. Perfect chrono vision. Now Keyboy left to the dogs here, and by the dogs I mean the Filipino porcupines. 2 for 1 the trade. Onyx PH come out on top.
Amazing Mount Shocker coming in from King Kong, stunning 2. And I was about to say, I kind of feel like Onyx ID, they're miscalculating the amount of damage that Yisun Shin could do, because the last time they saw him, it was just a Hunter Strike. But now he has a BOD as well. Look into the mid lane here. Look at how Yisun Shin, King Kong enters the fight. Flicker used and then getting to both Sans, as well as Savero got caught. Purify a little bit too late. I can't blame them. Who would have saw that coming?
Also, immaculate positioning on Kelra. He was fighting between a bush, a wall, and the other half of the map that belonged to Onyx ID, and he made it work. Great positioning. That's what scored the Free Lord for Onyx PH. And now the map will work itself up to become in blue. Super Fritz pushing back all 5 members of Onyx ID. Now it's their turn to pull an Indonesian ube.
Yeah, but right now Onyx ID, they have a good way to clear the Lord. Mount Shocker used. They're waiting for a position. Oh, the crit miss!
Amazing placement! They cordoned off all of Onyx ID behind that tier 2 up top. Super Fritz Crimson, Beacon and Flicker deep into Onyx ID's base. Worth it. All is worth it. 3 for 1 plus this charge on the inhibitor. Onyx PH, a blitzkrieg up top.
I gotta say, I didn't see that one coming, because I thought the Dark Wave missed with the Flicker, but they made it work, and now the inhibitor up top is destroyed. Looks like the second tier turret down bottom is gonna follow suit. And if it doesn't get any worse, Kelra here now having that holy crystal. It's gonna be a lot of damage that Onyx ID has to chunk through, and now Onyx ID, they don't even have a good way to actually initiate a fight. It's so different between Agato Kacha as well as Kalia. Kalia, you almost don't have to think about it. Just press your ult, whoever's there, you just go with it.
There's a lot of foresight involved if you're playing the Gatot. One of the main differences is at least there's a defensive aspect of Gatot, not so much for Kalia. Looking at the items right now, you know that a Harith is ahead when it doesn't build the book. Kelra went straight for the Holy Crystal, went straight for the Scythe, went straight for the Feather. And Harith mains, be happy. Like, Kelra is making your hero once more worth it, because there was a time in the past month when Harith was totally useless.
With that said, we gotta look, no real gold difference between the gold laners. Only about, like, what, 100, 200. So Savero is still farming out very, very well. And a reverse situation between King Kong as well as Kyrie, because now Kyrie is the one with 2 items, and King Kong is the one with 3. And the thing about a Yisun Shin is that you skill very, very well. So, yeah, definitely a much different position now. Onyx PH against Onyx ID. You really got to respect King Kong here, because Yisun Shin is deceptively strong.
Yep. Very high macro utility, very good damage burst if you have good positioning. Picks up the Malefic gun, rather roar here. Able to shred right through even Lutfi or Keyboy. I also like how Savero now has the Sea Halberd. So he can even pierce through Kelra's shields, even Super Fences, because those are what makes the difference between a fight that ends well for Onyx ID or a fight that just ends, period.
I gotta tell you, Leo, if I'm Onyx ID, this is so difficult, because at this point I don't know who to target, because everyone's so slippery. Kelra slippery, Super Prince slippery, King Kong slippery. It's not that you don't want to catch, The question is how?
Oh, fight breaks out, forcing Super Friends to go defensively. King Kong gets shut down by Kyrie. That's a lot of damage spread out through the Super Fam, and they split him up again. That seems to be the key here. Kelra dancing through the Diamond Force. Oh, does not stand long enough. Kyrie gets a triple. Brusco and Kirk the only ones left. Onyx PH have gotten denied their front line. Once again, the banana split works out for Onyx ID as they claim a lord.
I was wondering who are they gonna target. They were decisive. Go for King Kong first, followed by Super Prince. And then when Kelra's all alone, you deal with him then. Split up the team fight and being decisive. Gotta give a big heads up to Lupi. He went for the first engage and it worked out well.
He's so good at splitting up a super family.
That's how you deal with family. You split them up. But now, yeah, looking back at this replay,
Oh,
it almost looks like they're doing a magic trick. Like, hey, everyone, look at Lupi.
yep.
And then all of a sudden, everyone else goes straight for King Kong. That's clever.
One might also look at it this way. Don't pay attention to Blue Score or Kirk. That's what Onyx PH wants you to do. And they said, just ignore those two. They're way too chunky. It's useless for us to try. Go for Prince, Kelra, and King Kong. Down goes the Monster Mage again. He is slain. So is Brusco. The Zaman Force left there. Kelra didn't even get to use it. The Lord for Onyx ID still standing as it crashes through mid.
Yeah, super. Even like, holy, Kelra gets
And
taken
yeah,
down.
okay,
Another
yeah.
kill. And now they want to go through Kirk. Looks like he's going to get taken down by some Pharaoh. And Onyx ID.
Mas si Snapdragon
match point against Onyx
हारेको थियो नि त
Philippines.
फाइनल यिनीहरूले काइदीहरूले
It's
किङ
as if
कङसँग त्यसको
the
बदला लिनुपर्छ
lightning
गाइज
engage by Onyx up top was fast and swift. Onyx ID one-upped them in mid all the way. The Super Fam were just gathering their breath. They were still recovering from that split. And then suddenly the end.
I gotta say, this shows how much Onyx Indonesia understands how Onyx Philippines looks at the map. They understand how to make sure they don't have what they want. I like the smoke and mirrors coming in from Onyx Indonesia, showing two hands. Look at my left while my right is doing something else. This is an amazing showcase by Onyx Indonesia on how the Brawl server Indonesia really understands how to work the team fight. And now, with match point, we're going to be throwing it over back to the panel. Looks like Onyx ID, they're up a game against Onyx PH.
After two stompy games, we finally get an incredibly intriguing and close one, where it was actually Kiboy in the mid who found the right targets on the side of Onyx PH with an unbreakable taunt that led to Onyx ID getting the Lord and eventually getting the win.
Yeah, and a triple for Kyrie in that one. But, you know, this is just a showcase of how impactful all the roles in the flow of a game can be here.
I actually want to add that there are so many mistakes, like from both teams. Not mistakes, like outplays. Okay, let's call it like this. So, from the first time when Onyx PH, they just bounced back, and with the Mount Shocker, they made like King Kong initiation that was super amazing. And from that part, they started to dominate. Back then, like several minutes later, Onyx Indonesia, like Kiboy, just dropping down, and everybody is bursted.
Yeah, it's really good to see.
This is honestly what we've seen a lot for MSC 2025 is just these situations where it's like one team is, you know, already charging into the base, they got the Lord of them, they still have the Holy Shields, but then it's that one team fight, or maybe a couple of those team fights that can really turn the tables, and then before you know it, the game is over. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was one of those cases here too, where both teams had their own, you know, power spike and everything else working for them. It should have been this case or that case, but again, one major play in the mid lane changed the course of that.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you could see it from the other side of the story, the side of Onyx Philippines, if they won that game, it would have been the same thing, where it was just that one play around the major objective, the Mountain Shocker, think of them being able to set
मैले
up.
चाहिँ भयो भने गाइजहरूले एकचोटि हेरौँ है त चेक भाइ चेक गरौँ मोबाइलले चेक ब्रल भयो भने स्योर भयो ऱ्याङ्क पनि ल अदुक्कार भयो भने यार अदुक्कार
Charge! Knights of Night!
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. उयो भयो कि क्या यार चल्यो जस्तो छ यार चलेछ चलेछ मजाले चलेछ चल्यो चल्यो गाई चल्यो नेपाल सर्भर चल्यो चल्यो तर चाहिँ माथि चाहिँ जाँदै रहेछ तर पिङ चाहिँ अलिकति हाई नै जाँदैछ ग्रेवले मारिदिएर
Cold, but not cruel. Solitude is my closest friend. No one can escape me.
Wee, nice one. मजा त छुट्टै मजा आउँछ नि मैले चाहिँ यार up speed G
Hello.
Oh, के छ
के छ
चल्न थालेछ है कहिलेदेखि चलेको गेम कहिलेदेखि चलेको गेम
मतलब
हिजो त ल्याग थियो नि त
चलिरहेको थियो
कहाँ चल्थ्यो हेलो व्हाट्सअप दाइ ठिक छ ब्रदर के भनेको
म अनि गाथि न होला त्यति बेला सायद
उयो भएको थियो के सर्भर ल्याग भएको थियो के इन्डियन सर्भरमा पुर्याइरहेको थियो हामीलाई त सबलाई
ए के इन्डियाको मान्छेहरू आइरहेछ भन्ने थियो म त्यही भएर हो मैले केही थाहै न
त्यही भएर खेलेको थिएन मैले हिजोदेखि आज खेलेको भर्खर
त्यही त बिहान नि आइराखेको थियो इन्डियाको मान्छे अनि हिजो राति नि
He's my closest friend.
मलाई थाहै थिएन छ्या।
Me? Neil?
शिवन भाइ कता हो शिवन भाइ? त्यही भएर ब्रल खेलेको क्या फर्स्ट गेम मैले। त्यही भएर के यो स्किलको चलपल छुट्टै छ यी रे। चलपल हुन्छ नि गाइज म आज घरमै हो बलि भर्खर आएको नि एउटा कस्तो हानेको सिसीले चाहिँ
Cold, but not cruel.
अनि कताबाट हो नि तिमी?
हेलो के भनेको?
अनि कताबाट हो नि आफू भनेको?
Not an option.
म नेपालगञ्जबाट म स्ट्रिममा थिएँ।
नेपालगञ्ज नाइस नाइस। मेरो त स्ट्रिममा छ यार।
No one can escape me.
अनि कहाँ गयो?
Shall be mine.
म त चलेको छ कि छैन हेर्न मात्र आएको कि गेम हेर्दैछु म त टुर्नामेन्ट। अब आज टुर्नामेन्ट सक्छ भोलि खेल्नुपर्छ मस्त टन्ने ऱ्याङ्क पुस फेरि। प्रायः कुन रोल खेल्छ भने मेज?
नै म गोल अनि रोम।
Hey, hey. See admirers behind me?
के म त के गर्दैछु?
Don't tread on
बिचरा जोएर खेलाउन आएन चाहिँ।
Hey, hey. See my admirers behind me? No one can escape.
ट्याङ्कले अल्ट हानेको कि देखेन होला तिमीले। ल फेरि ल्याग भयो त।
Solitude is my closest friend.
पागल हो क्या पागल सिएन भाइ कुरा नगर कुरा कुरा।
Failure is not an option.
के हानेको होला मैले? के सिएन भाइ अनि घुम्न गएन कतै? बिदा आज कहाँ छ? गेम हेर्नुपर्छ गाइज गेम पछि त्यसपछि। ल ल कस्तो पागल भएर त्यो 200 रुपियाँ हालिदेऊ न साथी भन्दै थियो हिजो। 200 रुपियाँ छैन भने 50 रुपियाँ हालिदेऊ न त अरे।
Me? Neil?
त्यसो भए रत्न पाकेर बटुका बोकेर बस दिन्छ त्यहाँ भनेर भनेको थिएँ।
Don't tread on my freedom.
सक्सेस भने आइजे भन्दै छ अनि। अनि आज न आज कहाँबाट फेरि
Never.
Ui, I don't know. किन बसिरहेको रे सबैजना एक क्या जान्छ सक्दैन म त बाहिर गएर आएको दुनियाँ जर्यो र कहाँ गएको बाहिर जापान कोरिया ओभरले कस्तो छ ओभरले खतरा छ नि त शिवन भाइ हेर अनि त्यहाँ सास्केको आँखा अनि यसो सानो इफेक्ट
Don't tread on my freedom.
कुटै खाने मान्छे म मात्रै रहेछ यहाँ
Solitude is my closest friend.
त्यही भनेको मैले कहाँ इन्टरनेटमा चोरेको क्या कसको भन्ने अस्तिनको भन्दा यो खतरा लाग्यो यार अस्तिनको नि राख्छु म बाह्रै पालो राख्छु त्यो सास्के पनि भएको होइन आँखा नभएर सास्के भएको होइन भनेको भन्दैन चल्यो भनेर अरे गेम हेर्नु पऱ्यो नि त टाइसन यो ब्लल यतिकै चेक गर्नु मात्र आएको क्या म मैले खानु पऱ्यो अझै सास्के पछाडि हेरेर बसेको वाला कि त त्यो है त्यो पनि दामी छ त्यो पनि राख्छु म गेम हेर्ने कसको परिरहेछ त टुर्नामेन्ट यो भनेको होइन शिवन भाइ यो पनि छ परिरहेछ त नि उनीको गेम परिरहेछ त अनिक पछि त उनी ग्यास अघिदेखि हेरेको दुई म्याच हेरिसकेँ मैले अब ओनिक इन्डोले जित्यो भने गेमै लग्थ्यो थर्ड भयो त्यो कस्तो ड्यामेज हानेको थियो हेर न अनि अस्तिको जस्तो फेस क्याम बोर्ड पनि राख्नु अस्तिको जस्तो फेस क्याम त्यो बोर्ड त मन परेन हौ मलाई फेस क्याम बोर्ड डेड गरिदियो त्यो त त्यो फेस क्याम बोर्ड त राम्रो लागेन हौ पुष्पा गएको ल म पछि आउँछु ल हेलो ल गएको ल म पछि आउँछु ल नेपाली टिमलाई सपोर्ट हैन होला टाइसन सर
Gets cornered
I start
by
busy as a got
Kyrie
started.
and Lutfi. Survives via the spread, but only for so long. A retribution. He's taken so long. He's healthy.
Have to take down one Kirk and to give over the turtle to Onyx Philippines because we got to think about the win condition, and that's getting King Kong online as fast as possible. And in a way, they allowed that to happen.
And all the more it opened up the rest of the map for Onyx PH, because already you saw post-turtle take, Prince and Keller were able to rotate up already. So yeah, all the more, this is so worth it for the super fam. Onyx ID, they
Let's
have
go
to
Nick, yes. Let's
bounce
go
back.
Nick
They have
Indo.
to get their priorities straight, lest we go to game 5.
Yep. That's something to keep in mind for Kirk. Make sure you manage your longs very well, because
त्यसपछि
once the Lancelot
SRG
has
ले
the war
चाहिँ
axe, he's
TLPS
gonna
को गाडा हान्नुपर्छ.
an easy time to get maximum stacks on that war axe, so maximum damage.
हिजो खाइदियो होला हरारी डो भन्दै थियो.
He just has to be careful not to hurt his own team with those longs.
For those of you all wondering, Long Longs are the triple OG name for Glue's Gluelings. If you know, you know. Kelra here gets visited by Keyboy. So this laning against Savero is going pretty well. Again, he's up by about half an XP bar. That is a byproduct of that early rotation post-turtle take. Mid lane though, this story, the fact that Superfish hasn't died 4 minutes in and only popped his Purify once, that means it's going relatively good for the Super Fan.
Yep. I like that Savero has a good answer where people ask, how do you fight with Kelra? And he just says, I don't. You don't. Just let him do what he wants, and I'll do whatever I want.
Yep.
10 minutes, then we'll brawl it out. We see who's better. Now King Kong having that Hunter Strike will have quite a lot of damage coming for this turtle fight.
And this turtle is spawning in about 3 seconds, just in time for Savera to have cleared the majority of that wave. And the not fighting Kelra MO is fitting this Claude's farming pattern, because you just gotta leave the lane, double lane, and then Bob's your uncle. So far, this looks like a complicated dance. Second turtle up for grabs. Kirk setting up the front line for Onyx PH. There's the Mount Shocker. Kirk already taking too much. The fifth Kraken break by Brusco, setting up a turtle take. Down goes one. Lutby bites it. Train for Kirk. Down goes Sans as well. And now it's Keyboy's turn. Double kill for gold standard. Onyx PH walking away with everything they want.
It's so good and so bad to see a Badang perform this way, because this is the thing about Badang. It's not about being tanky. It's not about canceling out those CCs. It's just about being annoying as heck. Making it so that you disrupt your opponents. Whatever plan you had, scrap it. Scrap it all, because I'm going to make sure you don't get to execute any of them.
It was just about a year ago when Badang started to rear his handsome face in this current metagame and in the higher echelons of MLBB esports. And now he's a legit mainstay. Again, the fact that you can be on the losing end of a fight and a game and still find a way to clap back via a hero engage, that's doubled down by the fact that when you're ahead, you're so ahead. Brusco, despite just having 2 assists, have helped score everything for Onyx PH, has set up this 2K gold lead that makes us all the more closer to a game 5. How's that for a battle for how's that for a quote-unquote just scrim between friendly teams? Great trade, top and bottom.
Hey, answering the question, who's the better Onyx, man? That in itself. Because even during the draft, you can see how excited the coaches are to draft against each other because they know each other so well. And look at Onyx ID. They're going for more farm on Kyrie, making sure that he has the damage first. He has the War Axe. Maybe they want a little bit more. Savero taking a lot of damage coming in from Super Prince, and Super Prince wants to chase after that, but Sans and Loopy make sure that Savero gets out alive.
This whole don't fight Kelra can only go so far, because if you run away from that lane, you go to mid, Super Prince is there. You leave mid, you don't want to go that direction, you have Brusco and King Kong chasing you. So the map is shrinking for Onyx ID. There's only so many places you can go that the Super Fam can't get you. King Kong here gets hit by these kids from Keyboy. Mount Shocker to confirm the positioning of all of Onyx ID. This wall set up behind a wall, forcing Lutby to go ahead and use the Puissance. Not going to be enough. Serving up a kill to counter. A stack on a Sky Piercer. Make that 2. Keyboy falls as well. Feather strike by Super Prince, forcing a rough waves from Sans. The Gila can't survive this one. All this while, cheeky Kyrie going for the purple, while King Kong take the turtle.
Yep, and now, honestly, Kelra is starting to become a problem here. 4-0-0. About time where he's going to be able to one-shot people. Now, even with the Malefic Roar, it doesn't matter if you're building all those armors, it's going to get shredded down. Loopy is already not having a good time going up against this glue. Now he's going to have a worse time going up against this Granger. Who knew violence could hurt this much?
And so far, violence is the answer. Onyx PH throwing damage on everything that Onyx ID throw their way. Half health on Sands and Lutpi. Just through pokes, LaFell, just through pokes.
One of the biggest problem right now is that Keyboy does not have an opportunity to get a kick onto anyone. The fact that Super Friends having that pull yourself together with 3 assists makes it so that timing is going to be so difficult for Onyx ID, to the point where even if you extend this game, oh look, going for an attempt and it looks like he's failed.
Oh, the fist break. Didn't even get clicked yet. That was just a crack right there. So imagine how unfortunate it would have been for Kibo just get picked off for free. Kirk looking for a mount. Not gonna happen. Onyx ID dispersing. They're doing everything they can in their power to protect mid lane tier 1.
Yeah, and Onyx Philippines is also making sure that they don't overhype themselves, they don't overheat.
Distance मात्र फुट्टी हो कि जहिले पानी र फुट्टी मात्र म त यार
Firepower, they already have a lot of it. They don't have
जटा सिकादिन नि यार म 1 वर्ष हुँदै छु नाको
ID really wants to defend this. Eventually one of them will go down. At that moment, that's where you can really capitalize.
And तो गाली खाको देखाउने छोड्यो क्या हुँदै अघि आएको थियो सुरुमा 1 मिनेट जति बिस्टिम दाइ भनेर गयो हेर्न पाउँदिन आज बिजी छु भनेर गयो बिजी होला
Serving up another kill for Onyx PH. Who saw that coming?
You want back? I take back what I said about being patient. They just waited for an opportunity for Brusco to go in, and then Bob's your uncle. 0-0-5 for Brusco, 5-0-0 for Kara. Both the roamer as well as the goal laner having an amazing game for themselves.
Mad stacks on Killer Sky Piercer. I'd reckon that's 4 kills in the bag for the stacks on that. And now the Lord. This is a very significant 5,000 gold lead. Onyx ID have to play this well. They have to play it very specifically and carefully if they want to contest. Kirk and Prince alone are able to send Onyx ID a certain direction.
But now the Golden Staff being built by Severo, going to be able to deal quite a lot of damage. Not sure if it's going to be enough to really take anyone down, but they still have a fighting chance. Showing that Dexter inside the bush to make sure that
platform मा नि लाइभ गर्नु पर्यो दाइ टिकटक मा त लाइभ भइरहेछ नि भाइ
going to try to catch King Kong, but again, easier said than done.
Dear God,
TikTok मा नि लाइभ
Ludwig
भइरहेछ
a fifth of his health. Forced to play Sans and
एक दुई महिना भइसक्यो
out looking
टिकटक मा
for a
लाइभ
target.
गरेको
Instead gets
एक महिना
mounted
भयो
here. The key boy kick, unable to pay off, but no, they're able to burst King Kong. Brusco goes down too. A deceptive positioning from Onyx ID, able to take 3 down.
रमाइलाको लागि त अनि त्यही भनेको
And now Kelra, up next on the docket, survives. Suddenly, Onyx ID able to blitz into a winning position. They claim this Lord.
And now people
It's
are
also
gonna
Nepal
question,
ma.
how does Kyrie keep getting the Lancelot, man? This guy's a problem because Onyx ID, even without that Lapu Lapu, in a way, they're able to split the team fight, but a little bit differently, where you wait for the glue to mount on the Boxia and then just roll on out of there, make it into an honest 4v4. This is a different way of splitting the fight, making sure that
gameplay काटेर हैन
is a non-factor.
full gameplay हाल्दिने के
Man, Lutpi made sure Kirk knew that it wasn't him mounting Lutpi. It was Lutpi
अनि एडिसिटी गरेर अपलोड गर्ने या गर्नु पर्यो अब
took him away, you're right. That's definitely one way to make that 5k gold lead matter less. And now Onyx ID are on their way to reclaiming a majority
1k view मा त जम्मा $1 आउँदैछ अनि
Indonesian champions. Onyx PH, they have to recover. They can't let what happened in game 3 repeat itself. That was the story of that game. It was all Onyx PH until a moment like this.
Onyx ID is also making sure that they don't get caught by Onyx Philippines, and this is a very interesting situation where the coach is telling Lupi, like, you got a 1v1 Kirk, and Lupi asks how long, and he's like, exactly. Now the Lord already getting chunked down. Looks like it's going to be a non-factor, not able to touch that turret. So Spike Onyx ID having a big lead. Kyrie is able to escape that one.
Fist crack already spent by Brusco. Didn't want to commit too much. Will go off cooldown in just a few moments. Super Friends, very dangerous positioning. Wings by Wings has the Purify on hot call here. Onyx PH, again, their lead has shrunken. Again, down to just barely 1,000. This is definitely a defensive power spike by Keyboy. The Twilight armor no longer is just gonna disappear.
Yeah, I really feel like Onyx ID is making this goal lead look very deceptive because you would assume that Onyx Philippines has control of everything, and the way that they just take away control, it's very interesting to watch. But Onyx Philippines, they can definitely outplay this just by making sure that they play deceptively themselves. I kind of feel like if one or two members just don't show themselves on the map, it will cause some hesitation coming in from Onyx ID. And maybe one of those members should be Kirk because he should see that he is the one being isolated every single time.
Yep, no longer can they just go for the 1-2 step of Kirk go mount somebody and then Brusco walk up. You have to have Brusco and Kirk walk up and use your flickers, gentlemen. Use your flickers to try and find an initiation. So now Onyx PH, I think they understand that because they're not just welcoming Onyx ID's attempts. This is also a trap. Onyx ID now forcing a feathered airstrike out of Super Prince. Keyboy threatening a kick, still has his flicker on the ready. This is all good for Onyx ID. The more time that Onyx PH allow for them, that's more farmers available that they're building up.
Now looks like an
Bagus
engagement.
sih. Oi.
Jumps in.
Ja, ini Mobile Legends ta?
So far still okay with Sons. He
Ini
actually
Gina
goes
pure
in, gets a
drone,
lot of
drone,
damage on
drone ini
Kyrie. Killing spree goes all the way in. Kelra still free hitting from the down low, but here look at the Joe Flicker and shut down. Kyrie gets a triple. And now Super Prince having to use the better airstrike just to create some space. Look at Keyboy. Keyboy's winning in. Super Prince, does he know? Does he know? And it looks like he knows now. Savera goes in. Wings by wings, out of there.
Not a problem. He had his
Patry
purify.
na design
A
ng Mobile
moment
Legends
of
na yan.
hesitation. A slight episode of confusion for Onyx PH. That is what led to the triple for the Sky Kings. A trade for Lutfi, all the more worth it. Again, if this repeats itself, they ended up with a different approach in the equation, but ended up on the same result.
त्यही भनेको त्यही पनि रिचार्ज गर्नुपर्छ हौ त्यो बादाङ डिस्क रिचार्ज गर्नुपर्छ त
Yo, I gotta say, Onyx ID have been doing this, I believe, ever since the second game, which is they always try to bait out abilities coming in from Onyx Philippines. Onyx ID is very good at feinting here, making it so that they're in position to do damage, forcing a reaction coming in from Onyx Philippines, and it'd be like, nope, just kidding. We're getting out of here. Nothing left. You sure you're good? Now it's our time to shine.
त्यही पनि सर्भर ल्याग हो
Now
कोही गर्ने यार
a very, very obvious weakness in Onyx PH's game plan, especially when they're on the back foot. They lack the re-engage. What is the re-engage in their arsenal? Their repertoire used to be miles deep. Now it seems like when Onyx ID finds that window, Onyx ID just puts Onyx PH in a position wherein they can't respond. They're stuttering. They're caught with their pants down. Like, how do you fight back? That's been the story of these previous games where Onyx ID win out of nowhere, and now they're knocking on Onyx PH's base. Lord jumps on the bottom lane.
दुईटैले सेमिफाइनलमा हारेको नि त दुवैजनाले सेमिफाइनलमा हारेको अनि थर्ड प्लेसको लागि फाइट गरायो क्या यिनीहरूको फाइनल त अब एकछिनमा आउँछ 12 PS versus SRG.
Time here to really protect their base, despite having that Farsa. Honestly, Onyx ID keeps forcing it out.
यो पछि गेम खेल्नुपर्छ है शिवन भाइ
Like freely using the rough waves just to get out of
Mobile
that
Legends
situation after he got what he wanted.
Here comes Onyx ID, that is, feinting another engagement, forcing a feathered airstrike and a defensive maneuver from Onyx PH. Although it could have gotten so much worse, Onyx ID, they know that they have to play for this next Lord a minute out.
Yep. Despite Onyx ID basically having access to the base of Onyx Philippines, Kelra and Super Prince are still top 2 in the damage charts here. So in terms of damage, in terms of fighting back, they can definitely do it. And I believe that Onyx ID, they have to use the Lord because getting inside the base with this kind of drop against the Granger, against the Yushin, against the Farsa, not a lot of fates will really work because at this point they have more firepower in form of turrets. So Onyx ID, they're in a situation where they want to force a fight. Honestly, they can. And if they do, it might be a big throw.
The clock is ticking. It's Onyx time, definitely, but you know for which. There's about a 20-second timer wherein Onyx PH can force something. That's why they're rotating out aggressively. And there's a decent amount of stacks on Keller. Oh my lord! Super Fritz spots Sans, or should I say the other way around, forcing a response. Magic Sentry used up. No one home. It was just Sans checking these rogue brushes.
Yep. expecting as well the fact that Sans can get up.
खुसी लागेको आइडियाहरुको गेम प्ले इम्प्रुभ भएको देखेर त्यही त नि
especially considering that
इम्प्रुभ भएको छ नि
has
गेम प्ले
spawned here.
पहिलाको भन्दा त
Onyx Philippines, how do they react to this? Because Onyx ID, they might go for a fake engage again.
So now the Lord is confirmed to have evolved. It has extra abilities, especially in the siege. And Onyx PH have made their intentions well known. They're looking for the contest. Prince and Kelra very close to the front line. In comes Sans, Mount Shocker. Onyx PH know where everyone is. Feather Strike, pushing them out. Lord at about half health. Loot B rolling around.
पिक त दुईको
What's
खतरा
the
छ
plan here
यार
for Onyx ID?
Yep, and now with a lot of skills being used by Onyx Philippines, Onyx ID is taking control. It looks like Sans goes in with the Petrify. And now Kyrie gets the Lord.
And the Revitalize from Loot
Still
be able to
loving
keep him
those,
alive long enough, but Onyx PH will punish the Lord for the EXP laner. I think Onyx ID are happy with this result.
At this point, it really is about who has the better trade, and considering the base situation of Onyx Philippines, like you said, Onyx ID, they're very happy. And again, Onyx ID are in the minds of Onyx Philippines, understanding how they think, understanding how they react, and using all of that to win this third place match.
And they even know
दामी
what
खेल्नु पर्यो
Onyx
मैले
PH are
मनी अब
willing
यार
to give
जङ्गल यार
up. And that's what allows Onyx ID
एकदम गर्नु
to
पर्यो गेम
get
प्ले
these
भनेको
beneficial trades.
त्यस्तै
They've been
हुन्छ
trading
जहिले
up. The Sky Kings have been trading up, ladies and gentlemen. They got a calculator right underneath that desk saying, all right, this is what they did. All right, we'll get away with it. Loot B for the Lord. Let's do it. And they're still holding them by the neck. 3K gold lead. The map is red. This might be the endgame siege.
Second engage coming in from T-Boy, stopped by Kirk. No with Dragon just yet. The Lord is inside the base of Onyx Philippines for now. Looks like Onyx ID, they're spread out the map. Flicker goes in, finds one.
Feathered airstrike plus the fist crack, and now another might fall. Popping Keyboy's immortality, able to fling around and kill him. Gets him max range. Super Prince looking for stragglers, 2 for free, and no additional inhibitors fall for the Super Fam. They kick out Onyx ID.
And again, this is what we were talking about.
त्यो
Onyx
गाडीहरु आउने
ID
ठाउँमा
against the trap of
बस्नुहुन्छ
Onyx
कि
Philippines. They can't
हल्का
really
शान्ति भएको
get
ठाउँमा
inside the base. They gotta
शान्ति
use
नै
the
छ नि
Lord
यार
to really pull
गाडी
them
पनि छ
out.
छन त अलिकति पर छ
Which
अलिकति मात्र
I
पर
feel like Onyx Philippines, they understand this. That's why.
त्यही नि यहाँसम्म आवाज
get the
छ
Lord. As
किल
long
भन्दा
as we
अल्टिटीमा
don't
फोकस
die,
गर्दै
we
छ
can
अनिक
protect
लागि
the
त्यही
base,
त
we're all
त्यही
good.
त
And that was an evolved Lord, mind you, that had the extra skills, that had more damage to
त्यही पनि लेटमा त ग्रान्जरले ल्यान्छ होला यार
Onyx ID's
ग्रान्जरको ड्यामेज
chances at
खतरा
team
हुन्छ
fights.
लेटमा
And now suddenly, look, Onyx PH have left their base, turned the map blue, and are looking for a siege of their own. Feather airstrike coming in from Super Prince. Lootby taking a good amount of these salvos, and that inhibitor falls. What a disciplined comeback. Onyx PH able to regain a majority of the macro.
Let me just say, if this goes all the way to Game 5, Onyx ID should really consider doing something
शान्ति नै राम्रो
about
हुन्छ नि
this
यार
Badang, man.
तिमी चाहिँ के
because
गाडी गाडी आउँछ क्या तिम्रो ठाउँमा चाहिँ
everyone gets stopped by the Badang.
The conceal by Keyboy. Knocks up Kirk. Finds him. There's a feather airstrike. The answer. Lootby on the Super Prince. Kelrad half health. Down goes Kyrie. Lootby now catches a few stray bullets. He's down. And so will Keyboy go. Just Sans and Savero left. I don't know how this Kadira and Claude can do this, especially against 5 members of Onyx.
And now having the minions charge in as well, they're able to get an inhibitor. Is this the end? Can they do it?
Massive waves. In comes Savero. Hey, blazing the wet to save the day. It's not going to be enough.
Come
Let's go
on,
find
brother.
Sans in the back. Down he goes. And ladies and gentlemen, the Super Fam have said, not so fast. We're going all the way to Game 5.
अब चाहिँ जल्दी चाहिँ त्यसले लग्छ थर्ड प्लेस कसको बाइन खेल्ने हो अघि तर तिमी त इमोर्टलमा पुगिसक्यो होला गाह्रो पर्छ हामीलाई यार सियन भाइ आऊ नि त खेल्न सियन भाइ Do you like it with sugar and cream? Take it straight or just like me. Copy and 9 gaming. Copyright आउँदैन नि मक त फेरि इजे मक द फेरिज के हो त्यो चाहिँ मैले फेरि इन्स्टल गर्नुपर्छ अरे हो ल ल ल ल ल चढ्दै त्यसो भए सिन भाइ नगरेकै बेस हो डिलिट गरिसकेको छ भने त इन्स्टल नगरेकै राम्रो यार यो गेम त छ्या जी हो भने टाइसन नै खेलिरहेछ त एक्लै टाइसन नै खेलिरहेछ टाइसनलाई कुरौँ न त 21 मिनट भएछ सक्न लाग्यो होला Oh, no, 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 डाल्यो म पनि का खानु रे ल ब्रदर ल के गर्दै हो कसिक भाइ अनि काम छैन आजकल ट्वेन्टी स्टारबाट 18 स्टार झरेको छु रे हो र 18 मा झर्यो के गर्छौ त यार त्यसो भए त यार कोकोनट गाइजरहरू पनि कहिले आउँछ यो टाइसन अब यार टाइसन कहिले आउँछ टाइसन डन आउँदैन त हो यो टाइसन त यार के सिमन भाइ अनि Focus guys, wait. दामी गेम खेल्नुपर्छ अब खतरा खेल्नुपर्छ खतरा जंगलर हुने अब Tyson I guess Tyson भाइ EXP रोम जंगल राख ल भाइ ल खै त
यस्तो लौडा एन्जेला पर्छ कि अल्टिले नदिने भनेर
ल रोम राख रोम र तिमी अबदेखि
रोम र के राख्ने
EXP राख न भाइ सियन भाइ EXP राख न
लौडा जस्तो अल्टिले भन्छु कि
हजुर गोल हटाइदियो भाइ त्यहाँ यो र्यान्डम क्यान्सलले कहाँ दिन्छ त नि
अगाडि त्यत्रो 4-0 हानिरहेको छु 4-0-3 हानिरहेको छु अल्टी दिँदैन यार अल्टी दिँदैन कुपालाई चाहिँ हाने गरिरहेको छु टर्टल खाइदिरहेको छु छैन अल्टी नै छैन भने जुत्दाखेरिमा
डुबाए रे तिमीलाई
पुगले रनमाथि ट्राभल तो म त ट्याङ्क लास्ट टाइम पिक गर्छु है हेरेर ल तिमीलाई अगाडि दिउँला तिमीले पाएन भने नि तपाईँ लास्टतिर पिक गर्छु रानी कहाँ गयो बर्खरी राई रानी छैन च्याटमा
छैन
गेम हेर्दै होला बर्खरीको आज पब्जी हेर्नुपर्छ यार डे 2 यार आज राम्रो हान्नुपर्छ यार
आज पनि छ
जम्मा 25 पोइन्ट 3 दिन हुन्छ नि साथी
फाइनलमा पुग्यो या हो भन्दै थियो त नि
फाइनल के 3 दिन हुन्छ के
जे हो फाइनल
हिजो 6 म्याच भयो हैन आज 6 म्याच हुन्छ भोलि 6 म्याच हुन्छ 18 म्याचको टोटल हुन्छ के अब फाइनलमा
फाइनल यो पछि यो भन्दा अगाडि जादैन कोही पनि
यो भन्दा अगाडि जान्दैन कति
यो भन्दा अर्को टुर्नामेन्ट
छैन 30 मिलियन डलरको 30 मिलियन डलरको हो जस्तो लाग्थ्यो
टाइसन खेल्छ चिकन डिनर याद छ अरे आज र भोलि छ अरे हो है अनि त्यसपछि डिसाइड हुन्छ कसले वर्ल्ड कप जित्छ भनेर वर्ल्ड कप जस्तै हो यो
वर्ल्ड कप हो पब्जी वर्ल्ड कप हो यो
भोलि चाहिँ स्म्यास रुल रे
तर पब्जी को यो भन्दा त उ ठुलो हो नि ग्लोबल ठुलो हो नि ग्लोबलमा तिम्रो क्वालिफाई हुनु कस्तो गाह्रो पर्छ
ग्लोबल हैन रे यो
सर्भाइभल स्टेज यो वर्ल्ड कप हो यो पनि ग्लोबल जस्तै हो हैन तर यसमा तिम्रो हैन यो पनि ग्लोबलै हो तर यस्तो हुन्छ तिम्रो के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि ग्लोबलमा चाहिँ तिम्रो ग्लोबल स्टेजमा पुग्दाखेरि नै सर्भाइभल स्टेज धेरै हुन्छ के
को हो के अन नगर्ने अर्कै टिम गरेछ के टाइसन के फोटो त आफै जस्तो फोटो राखेछ त
ह्यान्डसम राखेको क्या हो थाहा छ म ह्यान्डसम छु यार
हिजो बडाको म्याच भर्खर हेर्दैछ अरे
कसले
पुकुलेले डोन्ट प्ले र्याङ्क भनेर चाहिँ
बिहान 5 बजेतिर त सुतेको होला यार हेर म कति स्टार घट्यो मेरो यार कहाँ छ कसरी
त्यस्तो ठाउँमा खेल्दिएको नि त्यस्तो ल्यागमै त्यस्तो ल्यागमा खेल्दिएको
अघि बिहान भने हैन बिहान
बिहान ल्यागै थियो नि भर्खर त चल्छ
आज त चलिरहेछ त तिमीले छैन हो तिमीलाई भनेको त नि मैले राम्रै चलिरहेछ भनेर
$3 million रे आमा त्यो सब होरले लान्छ है सियासियोले लान्छ होला है
होरले अहिलेसम्म 2-3 करोड चाहिँ जितिसक्यो अस्ति सर्भाइभल स्टेजमा फर्स्ट भयो नि त सर्भाइभल स्टेजमा फर्स्ट भएर खत्रै हान्यो
डेन्जरै कमायो त्यसले बिहान ल्याग थियो मेरो त बिहान ल्याग थियो के
त्यो अर्कोले हानिहाल्छ नि उ हान न फ्लोरिन त अरूले हान्छ के
समय टिएमएस थियो टक्कै हेरे त्यही भनेको
ट्याङ्क सब ब्यान हान्न पर्यो त्यसरी ट्याङ्करको ट्याङ्क मिनिस्टर हामी ह्याक्स गर्दिन यिनीहरू दुईजनाले लिड फर्स्ट पिक के लिने
ढाड्दिउँ ताले या त बुढो भइयो गाइस बुढो भइयो
Only love at night are everlasting.
$25 सर्भर स्टेजबाट फर्स्ट भएर कमाएर हो है कति हुन्छ यार 25 के इन्टु 120 गरेर त गाइज
140 होला हो 25,000 मात्र पाएर हैन होला
डलर के
त्यही त 25,000 इन्टु 140 40 त्यो भइहाल्यो 4वटा जेरो त्यहाँ भयो हैन हैन मलाई हिसाब गर्ने रनमा
25,000 भयो के ए 2,50,000 भयो के 100 ले गर्दा चाहिँ त्यसलाई स्यालेरी दिनुपर्छ त्यत्रो कि 25 लाख भयो
पाण्डाली भन्छ यस्तो त छ टिम जनसन छ पाण्डाले र के गर्ने मैले
म इजी क्यारी हान्छु कि गाइस जोइ लिएर लास्टमा जोइ लिन्छु के म
It is who we are.
तर
25,000 मात्र त हैन होला यार धेरै आउनु पर्ने यार सर्भाइभल स्टेजमा फर्स्ट भएको त यार
25 लाख त्यतिकै भयो त नि
10 years of imprisonment.
25 लाख भयो
अच्छा त्यो त 100 को हिसाब गर्दा हो
जे तिम्रो यो फाइनल स्टेजसम्म पुग्दाखेरि 1 करोड जति पाउँछ कि
Dragon tamer like me.
वाइजे ब्यान्ड रहेछ फेरि घाटोलाई नै हान्छ यसले तर लेटमा काम लाग्छ नि हान न
फोबियस दामी हुन्छ फोबियस ए तर फोबियसले हान्छ हो यसले
हान्छ
दिल्लीको त्यसो भए जे लेख्दैन नि यहाँ घाटो लेख्दियो फर्स्टको
घाटो लियो एउटा म्याजिक हान है
प्लस
मेरो अल्टिमा ड्यामेज दिनु हुँदैन कोही पनि फेरि हेरे यसको विन रेट पनि
घट्यो कमाया सर्भाइभल स्टेजबाट हो है सही
र पुगेछ नि सबै गर्नुलाई अहिले
सुरुको सर्भाइभल स्टेजमा फर्स्ट भएको भए त 80 के पाउँदिरा
I didn't cure the pain. I harness it.
अब मेजले प्युरिफाई राखेन अप्ठ्यारो पर्ने भयो भ्यालेन्टिना छ
चढ्दै चिलमा खेला नि चिलमा
तीन गेम हारिसक्यो साथी कस्तो चिल हुने हो
तर सेकेन्ड चोटिकोमा फर्स्ट भएर 25 के पायो सय
तर घोडा लिनु पर्ने जस्तो लाग्यो
मलाई त्यस्तो लाग्यो
ए
ओ सिनबाई आछ ल के छ ए सिनबाई र गनर्स खेल्ने हो 5 म्यान खेल्ने हो 5 म्यान प्र्याक्टिस गर्नु पर्यो क्या 5 म्यान टिम बनाउनु पर्छ गाइस टुर्नामेन्ट सब हान्नु पर्छ अब
म म्याच खेल्ने हो 5 म्यान
कसले दिन्छ तिमीलाई म्याच गर्न बेन्चमा बस त्यसो बेन्चमा ए हैन क्या टुर्नामेन्ट जाने क्या अहिले त खेलिहाल्छ नि
टुर्नामेन्ट खेल्न साथी पर्यो यार तिमीहरु पनि सबैजना टिम मिलाएर 5 गन्थ्यो हो
सब्स्क्राइबर पनि एकैछिनमा बढ्छ पर है
टुर्नामेन्टमा नि नाम आउँछ नि त है र्याङ्गिले हानेर मसँग नि छ को यो मसँग नि छ अघि हिसाब गरेको 2 कति 67 दिनको लागि रहेछ रिकल्ट मेरो
ल पब्जी हेर्नु पनि छ अरे ल ब्रदर ल केही छैन
टेल म्याटर कुली बसदिलाई
इन्डिया सर्भरमा मर्ज गर्दै यहाँ भन्दै थियो बिहान कोले
कस्तो ढिला गरेको यसले यार मर्थ्यो यार त्यो भ्यालेन्टिनमा
You are not invited in team re. तर टुर्नामेन्ट तिर त यार ट्याबमा खेल्नै दिदैन है मोबाइलमा खेल्नु पर्छ त्यसै गाह्रो हुन्छ मलाई ब्याक साइड ब्याक 5 सेकेन्ड बाँकी छ यार भनेको त second, 5 seconds. Are you ready now? Motherfuckers? Just call guys again. Lovely kara nele malai. ल झन्डै भेट्यो खै कहाँ गयो
हैन नि त भाइ अनि
गयो नि टडले
उले डुबाए नि यार सिमेन भाइ
बिकन दाइ थ्यांक यू जीपीएस रोजर टडले गयो नि यार म स्टार्ट गर्दिन गाइस अब टडल तिमीहरुले हान्यो भने मात्रै हान्ने हो त
म आको छु साथी म आको छु हाम्रो भाइले त्यो मिस्टेक गरेछ नि त हाम्रो भाइले अल्टी हान्न भोसडी अल्टी छन्
क्या जितिराले वारमा
गन्छ अल्टी नै छैन के
गेम नखेलेको दिवेश ब्रदर तिमी अनि
टोटल पारल लेभल 4 भयो तीनजना छ साथी जाऊ तेरो त्यो पर्टी छैन दुईजना पर्टी छैन
त्यसको अबे हाना
यो बसरी छेम हाना छेमैतालाई
कसरी मर्यो सिसिलियन चाहिँ फेरि ए बा अच्छा लाने छैन त्यो भ्यालेन्टिनाले यार खेलेर भर्खर आएको कोही भएन अनि अफाको अरे हो है अहिले टुर्नामेन्टले गर्दा ल्याङ भयो क्या मलाई नि पब्जी टुर्नामेन्ट चलाएको छ मोबाइल लिजेन्ड टुर्नामेन्ट चलाएको छ त्यही भएर भ्युअर पनि नआउने क्या मेरो भ्युअर पनि गयो फेरि हारे त्यो लिस्ट हेर न यार
बिर्सिन्छ क्या वान एचपीमा टरेट भित्र बसिरहेको छ गयो आइलाई सिमेन भाइ आऊ उसले ड्रेल ल्याङ हान्छ
मर्यो नि फेरि यार हेर न मेजको पारा कस्तो सेटमा परिरहेको थियो यार
एक एसिस पनि आएन रनमती Report. मेजको प्युरिफाई छैन क्या त्यो ल्याङ हान्छ नि जन्सन आयो
जरा मारै तिमीहरू मिलेर तिमी त्यही अवस्था हुन्छ माथि गयो त्यो भाइकोमा भाइ तिमी छोडिदियो त्यो लिएर ब्याक 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 मिट जाऊ भाइ तिमी अब
एमए मात्र मर्यो यार यस्तो मिठो सेट हानेको थियो यार लिङ आइदिएर क्या त्यसको अब सबै डिफेन्स ल ओ हेलो तिमी डिफेन्स ल तिमी ओ भयो तिमीले त्यो एन्टी हिल बनायो छोड्दियो अब सबै डिफेन्स जन्सन आयो
ए साला मनी गयो छ्या मरिहाल्नु त्यही विक भयो क्या विक भयो हाम्रै टिम विक भयो क्या अलिक खतरा ट्राई हान्नुपर्छ ट्राई हानेपछि टिमै विक भयो नि त व्हाट्सअप अल गुड ब्रदर अल गुड How are you, Mobin?
Never gonna stop here. Enemy has slain the turtle. We will soon learn the short kill Leonin is
कति ल्याङ हानेको अघि त पुस 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 गाइस पुच
डेका पुच
बचाऊ साथी बचाऊ
कस्तो ल्याग भएको अड्केको
सिमेन भाइको अल्टी मात्रै देखाएर मान्छे त यो कस्तो ग्वाच एमएम पुस्न हानिकन क्रिप हान्दैछ त्यो 3 जना हानेको यार हामीले यार
मान्छे फर्छ के ट्रियोमा त
मेरो पछाडि भाग्नु नि यार के गरेको भने
भत्क्यो माथि भत्क्यो सब भत्क्यो
सिबिएन भाइले आफ्नै अल्टी भेटे यार
चल भाइ गोलै खेलिदिनु पर्यो यार
जोइदे अहिले लेटमा त हान्छौ के साथी हामी हान्छौ इजी हान्छौ लेट त हान्दै हो कहाँ हाने भाइ अल्टी सिमिन भाइ डिफेन्स बनाऊ न भयो अब
दुईजना लङ्गडी ट्याङ्क ओइ दुईजना लङ्गडी ट्याङ्क बोकेर लडाइँमा गएको छ अरे थ्याङ्क यू
वाट रनमती त्यत्रो ड्यामेज खाइदिएको छु तेरीजीलाई लिदियो मेरो गल्ती हो त
लङ्गडी ट्याङ्क बोकेर लडाइँमा गएको छ अरे अच्छा
यो पछाडि हट्दैन अरे यसको छाया कहाँ छ यो
जिल्लालाई त बिट्टो ड्यामेज लागिरहेछ नि के गर्नु Yes, Shima. Ana.
ए लु एसीमा छिर्दै
ओइ
छैन
हान्न ए ग्वाचे हाने बल्ल बल्ल
साथीलाई यार मैले त्यस्तो लो एचपीमा बचाइदिएको थिएँ यार
त्यही भनेको
ए ग्याङमा बचाइदिएको थिएँ यार
ड्यामेज त दामी लागेको थियो नि यार के गर्नु लिङ सिङ सब परेको थियो
हैन एउटा माथि पछाडि यसलाई भनि समझ केटा समझ नगर चोक न जो साथी नाइस हिरो भनेर आउँछ त ट्याङ त
तेरिजला
जन्सन सिमाइता
सिएम भाइको खै डोमिनेस खै तिम्रो भाइ डोमिनेस
के लाइन समात
ओइ
ए ब्याक लाइन हानिसकेको रहेछ नि त त्यसले अनि
एउटा स्क्रिन मिस भयो क्या मेरो भर्खर ओ गाह्रो
सिमिन भाइले सुन्या हो कि नसुन्या हो डिफेन्स बनाऊ भने कि अब
खै के गर्छ सिमान भाइ बोलेकै सुन्दैन केही पनि
डिफेन्स बनाऊ भने फेरि म्याजिक बिल बनाएको छ भने
डोमिनेस खै भने त्यत्रो भन्छु मैले
आफै आऊ
रेडी छैन फेरि रेडी छैन भनेको पाखे लेस्ली कस्तो मुला रहेछ सिफाल भन्दा नि सिफाले अरे आएर बच्चा हान्न ठोक न मुला दुईटा ट्याङ बोकेर लडाइँमा हिँड्दा त्यही पनि ठोकिदिँदैन यार दुईटा ट्याङ बोकिदिँदा छु म हान टेरिस द लास्ट मर्छ मर्यो ल नाइस डिङ्गे पिङ्गेको पाला अब हानमा मिड गट इनफ टाइमले Back, guys.
Your team destroyed the turret. Your team destroyed the turret.
गाडी त्यहाँ साथी खै जम त लड हुँदा ए भत्किहाल्यो नि लडे गयो टर्न गयो सिफाल्ने मारे लुबडे हाल्यो लिङ खेलाउनु पर्ने तिमीहरूलाई होइन लिङ खेलाउनु पर्ने यहाँ पो भइरहेको छ एमएसटी का एमएससी यस्तो फाइदा हुन्छ कि गोल्डेन एक्सपी दियो भने चाहिँ सिएम भाइले एक्सपी दियो भने चाहिँ मैले
How was the shit, dude? How was the shit? के हो नि त फाइनल शो
लेलाले त पाए चोको पाएछ बिचरी 10 चोटी मरेछ आमा
हेर सिमियन भाइले कसम गाली खान्छ यार यो तीनटा म्याजिक डिफेन्स म्याजिक बिल खेलेर बसेछ राम राम राम
एक्सपी खेल्नु नकिलोस् भन्नुहोस् भनेर क्या यो त्यस्तो गरे ल भाइ गोलै हान्न गोलै काम छैन तिमी एक्सपी ओ भाइ मक्क पर्यो होला अहिले
स्टार्ट गरेछ कहाँ चेन्ज गर्न मिल्छ त
गर न चेन्ज मिल्छ कि छैन गरेको स्टार्ट
ल
रातो एमबिपी कस्तो लाग्यो साथी 16 किटको रातो एमबिपी
त्यो अगाडि मलाई त्यो गरेर हो के मेरो फर्स्ट मिस्टेक के हो भन्दाखेरि लेभल 4 भएन मैले अल्टी थाप्दिए के त्यही भएर
त्योभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ 3 गेम हारेको रहेछ यार र्याङ्कमा यार त्यो सर्भर ल्याग भएर के Guys, everyone like, subscribe, please, okay? Just subscribe, okay? Hey, Shin bhai, this is Shin bhai. Shin bhai, I want to have a co has the match. They join and know it. No, they're done us. Over carry. Last week, I didn't do it. No, so can now 59 त म त रुन्छ त
केही गर्नै सक्दैन
के गर्नै सक्दैन के
त्यो के रे फिड नभए पनि त्यो ग्रुपमा त्यो सेकेन्ड स्किल हान्दियो भने नि तिम्रो बिटे भन्दैन के
त्यही त बादाङ पनि हो डेलाले र मेजले अघि नि भन्न पाएन नि टन्नै नेपाल र्याङ्क कतिमा छिरेर जोमा हेरौँ त
दारु खानु पर्ने थियो यार दारुले जानु
अनि पिएचले जित्यो पिएचले पो जित्यो थुक्का खाइरी टिम चेन्ज गर्दा नि हुन्छ यार खाइरी त यार
ओ यो रणमती बिहान नाना मेज भन्ने यहाँ आमा पानी त सिमेन भाइ मलाई दियो अनि तिमी उसलाई दियो
खाइरी त टिम चेन्ज गर्दा हुन्छ यार बरु त्यो एसआरजीमा गए नि हुन्छ
हजुर
फेरि अर्को बुस मिस्टेक ब्याक्स्याको हो ब्याक्स्या खेलाउन आउँदैन क्या त्यसलाई फेरि ब्याक्स्या खेला होला नि कार्डिजले हान्छ बरु जे पनि ब्याक्स्या पनि हान्छ प्लेटिन पनि हान्छ असासिन पनि हान्छ
म त के बिहान हान्ने कन्फ्युज भयो यार कोही खाली कोही जुलियन देखाउँछ त्यसले त्यो नाना बिहान हानेको देखेर नै मलाई अप्ठ्यारो लाग्यो
Saber, you're all unforgivable.
हेरी धान्न सक्छ भाइ गाह्रो छ त्यो
Sniper ready. Give me a target.
The enemy is picking.
ग्रान्जर हान्न आउँदैन भनेको तिमीहरूलाई यार ग्रान्जर त्यस्तो मेटा जङ्गलर यार मेटा गोल्डेनर यार ग्रान्जर हान्न सिक्नु पर्यो नि इजी छ त स्किल कास्ट हान्ने त 52
Bombs loaded and ready to bring the heat.
मामा गुसनको विन रेट 40% मादर चौथ
थपिने डुबाउने भयो यो मिलियन प्लेयर त हैन रहेछ
अब फेरि कुने बरा
क्लिम साथी बेलुकीले क्लिम कि एटलास त काम लाग्दैन त
एटलास काम लाग्छ त आलु कार्डलाई क्लिनलाई बेलुकी चाहिँ भयो काम छैन क्लिनलाई
The ocean is not just our home. It is who we are.
Time to drop the beat of the flash. The enemy is picking.
फ्रन्ट हान्ने मेज लियो भने त सिद्धो त म त अगाडि जानै पाउँदैन धेरै लामो त नटोक्न यार सेक्सी जानलाई टोक्न खोजे गर्छ रनमती
आयो भ्यालेन्टिना फेरि युजङ पनि आयो
You're looking at the future
Your
champion.
Team is picking.
यस
हैन?
युजङ पिक गर्ने
Begins.
पुरा भाइ तिमी इन्स्पायर रहा
राखोस् न उसले चाहिँ राखेन
प्युरिफाई राख्न सक्छ भने राख है अब फर्स्ट स्किल बचाएर हान्न सक्छ भने अब हाम्रो तर गुनी नै ठिक हुन्थ्यो नि यार उसलाई त युजङलाई त
डोमिनेन्स बनाऊ गाइज फर्स्ट आइटम
यसले पनि म्याजिक खासै छैन नि त म्याजिक डिफेन्स खासै छैन नि युजङको
डोमिनेन्स बनाउँदा पहिला 250
डोमिनिक बनाउने
अनि के बनाउँछ
स्काई हान्ने नि स्काई
केरा न यसका केरा मन पहिल्यै बनाउँछु ग्लोइङ
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
नि सिमेन्ट भाइ डोमिनिक बनाउने रे अगाडि डोमिनेन्स
चेयरम्यान डोमिनेन्स बनाऊ भनिदिएको बारे बनाइदिला फेरि भाइले हस्दा हेऱ्यो
Love makes a family. I will always remember that.
थप्ने गुसन मर्ने भयो रनमती एन्जिला नि आयो मर्यो यो मर्यो 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 यो मर्यो मार भएसडीको मार मेरो साथी यस्तो पो हो त ट्याङ्क बनेको
त्यही भनेको होइन
You dizzy now?
औ एन्जिला डार्लिङ कहाँ गएको तिमी यहाँ डार्लिङ
ब्याकै 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 म आउनु सक्दिनँ अहिले
A blessed Leonin will be
त्यहाँको ऊ आउनु लाग्यो के रे
आलु दिँदै थियो साइ
आलु यहीँ छ
मऱ्यो मारेर सुरुमै
लेभल 4 पनि
आलु लाने लेभल 4 जाइन्छ
भयो लेभल 4 त्यसले मलाई मारिहाल्छ नि म त एक्लै
भइसक्यो यार
यहीँ छु भाइले म्याप हेरेन के भाइले म्यापै रिड गरेन
We will soon learn the short tail Leonin.
आइ म यति ललाने अल्को
मरिसकेँ म यहाँ अब अल्कुले भन्दै बस मर्यो फेरि चोमु पर्छ नि साथी त्यसलाई हान्नु पर्छ यार युजङलाई नहानिकन टोटल हान्न गाह्रो हुन्छ
म हान्दिनँ टोटल यसपालि हारिरहेको छ त्यस्तो एक्सपिरियन्स कहाँ टोटल हान्यो भने त गइहाल्यो नि नहान्ने क्या हामी काइली गट किडन्याप
कुन थाहा यसको म त लेभल 4 हुन्छु पहिला है भ्यालेन्टिनाले मेरो छाता
यो भाइ त फेरि हाल्यो
मेरो भाइ यस्तो नगर न मेरो भाइ जाने उता जाने भयो
ए रुबी नि मऱ्यो सब मऱ्यो ब्याक साथी ब्याक म आउँदिनँ ल
चेट त मिठो हाने थिए साथी
टोटल पाए तिम्रो सेटले के छैन
केही छैन हमारा बलिदान मिल गया
अलि अगाडि आके मर्थे एकजना जति त म भाग्ने भए मर्छु
रानमाथि थन्डर बेल्ट रे हो साथी क्लिनको फर्स्ट बिल्ड हेर त त्यहाँ
घुसनलाई नि घुसनलाई माथि बिचमा माथि गएर क्याम्प गरौँ त यही त आउँछन् तिनीहरू कहाँ जान्छ आइसक्यो मेरो अर्को ठिकर हाने यार आयो आलु पनि ठिकर हान्तिर हानु त्यसलाई हानु ब्याक
तान्दिउँ साथी
तान्दियो हल्डाइसकेछ त लानु ए एन्जेला छोडी कस्तो लो भाइ त्यसको फ्लिकर नभएको बेलामा हान्नु पर्ने यार साथी मेरो छैन अहिले नजाऊ
यसले युजङलाई फिट दिएर मार्ने भयो यार 4 किल पाइसक्यो यार अनुमतिले 5 किलमा जाँदैछ मेरो भाइ भाटा जानु म गई माथि मेरो भाइलाई 1 किल
कहिले गएर किडन्याप हो र हैन होला एक ग्याङ गर्न गइदिहाल्नु माथि
एन्जिला छैन यहाँ
हुन्छ
ला त्यो छुट्यो त्यो
म छु जो माथि कुदुम भाइ तिमी यहाँ हैन टर्रेट पुस खाए सक्यो
अघि नै टोटल पाए हैन हामीले फुटेन भाइ
कुसान हेल्प गर तँलाई
मिड फुटाउनु भयो साथी म मिड गई अन्ति छैन है
ब्याक भाइ ब्याक त्यहाँ हान्नु पर्दैन कि आफै भत्किहाल्छ नि त्यो
मार त्यो नुब्यामलाई मार सबैजना है नेट हेर तिमी
लुई र कालिया हो के किन भन्दिएको कहिलेलाई
मेरो अल्टी पनि छ त अनि
लुई र त्यसले हान्दिएको रियल खाइदिँदा यता छ अनि कहाँ जित्छ त तिनीहरूले अनि
साथी पुस हान है EXP-मा गाड हानिसक्यो यार बफ पनि गयो हाम्रो अल्टी पनि छैन
We're gonna win भन्दै थियो त मात्र छोड्ने
हाम्रो अल्टी बफी छ कि हामीले
तलको टर्रेट किन मर्छ यार छोड गयो EXP आयो त साथी
हेर मलाई आऊ साथी आऊ
टोटल जान्छ साथी के टोटल हान्नु
कस्तो फिड भएको यो एकैछिनमा सिधै साथी यता मसँग साथी त्यो
एन्जेला हानेको बरु मर्थ्यो यार एन्जेला थट युजङलाई मार्छु भनेर गएको त यो MSC मा त असासिन भन्दा फाइटर बढी पिक भयो अरे त्यही भनेको बरु यार यो एन्जेला हान्न गएको मर्थ्यो क्या एन्जेला
खै कोही छैन यहाँ
ठक्का रुबी मर्याको बाबा मर्यो म पनि अब छ्या ठक्का
यो माथि छोडिदियो के डोमिनेन्स पनि बनाइसक्यो ओरेकल पनि बनाइसक्यो यो दिन्छ भने बस्दै हेर्न आयो दार्जिलिङ यहाँ किन लाइट गेम छोड्दै त्यसले त्यसको त्यो क्लिन हेरेर त अघिदेखि दुईचोटि आएर किल पाइरहेको छ किल बनाएर पनि
ठिक छ अरू ब्रदर तिम्रो के छ फेरि माने हो मलाई छ्या
आयो त्यस्तै रनमती त्यस्तै उन्नति
बेस्ट विथ एन्जेला अब स्वीकार अब एक्सेप्ट गर्नु नि यार आफूले हान्न सकेन भनेर यार अझै बढी बोलिरहेको छ भनेको एक्सेप्ट द फ्याक्ट क्या गाइज मेरो अप्सन है के जुत्न गइरहेको सक्छु भन्छ क्या त्यस्तो फिड हुँदा पनि हौ ल सक्छु नै भन्दा क्या यार गाइलेन्ट शिवाल के क्या मादर चोत यस्तो त पर्छ एक्सपी यार थेट एक गेम जित्यो एक गेम हार्छ यार
शिवाल हुन्छ शिवाल एक्सपी शिवाल फिट दिएर नि त्यसले एउटा टटल आउनु जेलसम्म 3 चोटि फिट दिएर
त केही नि हुँदैन त्यही माथि बढी बोल्छ भनेको यार एक्सेप्ट गर्नु नि आफूले गर्दा गेम हारिरहेको छ भनेर लास्ट पिक लिगो क्या तिर अझ फर्स्ट पिक पनि होइन खाती नेपालको रहेछ शिवन भाइ तिमी एक्सपी खेल यार गो एक्सपी ओ शिवन भाइ मलाई फाइदा हुन्छ बरु एक्सपी आयो नि
चिज जस्तो छ हेर्दाखेरि त भर्खर बिच
accept the truth क्या guys if you are playing bad then say you are playing bad क्या चिल्लाइले त्यही भनेको होइन चोको पाएर केही हुँदैन के सबले पाउँछ मैले पनि पाउँछ तर चोको पाउँदै पनि किन बढी बोल्नु के आफूले गर्दा हारिरहेको छ भन्ने थाहा हुन्छ त गेम त्यस्तो हुँदा नि किन बढी बोल्नु के भन्ने मात्रै मेरो चाहिँ उयो हो भावना गाइस बिस्तारै खेल नि म टोयलेट गराउँछु
हुन्न
जानु पर्यो नि
सब गरेर जाऊ
टोयलेट गराउँछु
ओके भक भक पेन हान्न अनि त्यो हान्न उफा गोल्डेनको छ र 1-1 लाई त काउन्टर हान्छु म कुफ्रै हान ए मुत्नु गएको थिएँ
The smell of gunpowder in the morning.
Is picking.
अब एमएम ल्याक्स गर्दैन
Magic is my life. Hush, little baby, don't say a word.
Enemy is
King's
kicking.
gonna bring you a cold ice flow.
केट हानेर कामै छैन क्या अब केट हान्ने मान्छे छैन के काम लाग्यो
Let's play together.
Please pick a hero.
एकछिन ऊ आउनु च्याउनु हो
पिकमा भ्याएछ ठ्याक्कै
I am not the only one bound by these chains.
The enemy is picking.
म्याजिक तीनटा होला है साथी
त्यही त झन्डै ठ्याक्क भ्याएछ क्या धन्न
I've been waiting for too long. Please pick a hero.
आलु छैन रहेछ त यार तिनीहरूको म्याचको एउटा मात्र छ लियोमोड काम छैन क्यारीलाई सुई हान्दियो गेम
हान्दियो म छु त
कि काल्टिजी हान्ने हो फेड्रिन यिनीहरूको ट्रस्ट गर्नु हुँदैन है
見せてやるよシャリンガンの本当の力をな
तीनटा भेन्जेन्स यार बा क्यारी त मिल्ड भइहाल्यो नि त
Yes, guys, like, subscribe, comment, everyone. अरू खेल्न भन्दा आफूले खेल्न मजा आउँछ त्यस्तो यार त्यो तिनीहरूले हेर्दा झ्याउ मात्र लाग्थ्यो बेकार
पब्जी हेर्ने क्या पब्जी नेपाली टिम
वेलकम गाइजहरू सबैलाई लाइक सब्सक्राइब प्लिज एभ्रिवान हामी खेल्न ट्राई गर्छु कि जङ्गल हेर न गाइज चाङ्गेले चाहिँ ल्याङ हान्छ कि
सिमिन भाइ त ऱ्याङ्किङमै छैन रहेछ त यसपालि फोबियसको हरे गऱ्यो क्या
खेलै छैन नि गोल्डेन भन्छ नि चौछ चौलाई त कुट्टु परिहाल्यो है किरण गुरुङ के छ हालखबर काब्रेल सम्झि के छ हालखबर यामी त आउनै छोड्यो यार
काब्रेल सम्झि रे
ल मिस्टेक भयो नि थर्ड स्किल अगाडि बढाइदिएर
5 seconds till the enemy reaches.
सिमिन भाइ लेन छोड हैन ट्याङ्कको हान्ने तिमी र म गर
All troops deployed.
ट्याङ्कको फ्रन्ट हान्दिन्छु म पहिले
यामी त आउनै छोड्यो कि गाइज यार
यहाँ हो यहाँ सिमेन्ट भाइ यहाँ हो
सुत्न गयो होला अरे होला है
के यता मर्छ त्यो रिकर हान्नु
छैन नि साथी लेभल 1 छ सानो कुचिजा कस्तो बिस्तारै हिँड्ने के यही चाहिँ झ्याउ लाग्छ यसको
この葉を潰すそれが俺の目的だ
तिम्रो बस हेर्नु पर्छ अङ्कको त भरै लाग्दैन मलाई माथि गएछ काइरी कहाँ गयो काइरी छैन नि त अनि
माथि गयो
एक्सपी गाड्दै छ भाइ
हान्दिम न त तिनीहरूलाई म्याचकै म्याच आएकै छैन
म्याच बिच
हान्दिम साथी बिच जान्दैछ है नाइस
यहाँ पनि खाउँदा यो पनि छ सिमेन्ट भाइ टोटल भिजन दियो तर त्यसले एक्लै हान्न सक्दैन
再現しようあんたの死に様
हानिसकेको छ हौ
हान्दै रहेछ यो भ्यायो त्यसको
ला कसरी मर्यो भ्याएको अन्त उसँग त नमर न यार जीवन मर्न त मर्यो नि त्यो टावर मान्दिनु भनेको तिमी मर्नु ठिक छैन होला यसको हान त
यताबाट आउँछ साथी
ल किमी पनि मर्यो कस्तो गुनै होला छ्या ल भर्खर अल्टाउँदै छ त नि अनि कसरी चाहिँ मर्छ त्यत्रो मलाई अल्टाउने कामै छैन के सुया थेट कामै छैन के सुया कामै छैन मदरफकर सुया के गर्ने गरेर भयो नि अल्टिमा डोमिनेट हान्छ कि अरू नै फिड दिए क्या फिड अब गोलमा रोटेट गर्नु कि एक्सपीमा रोटेट गर्नु भयो अरे
अनि त्यसले EXP-ले चाहिँ उल्टो रोटेसनमा हाल्नु
धेरै मर्यो भयो
टटल आउँदा चाहिँ नदिँदैन भाइ अब ब्याक लाइन हानिदिन्छ चाउले एक त मोबिलिटी हिरो सक्दैन होला साथी
सक्दैन 8 लेभल भइसक्यो यार त्यो त यार ए सियन भाइ यार थेट नट एन्ड ट्रिगर भन्दै बस टटल पनि गयो किल पनि त्यत्रो गयो अल पनि हानेछ होइन यसले भर्खर हान्दैछ मात्र चोल्दै यार यसो ल्यान्सलाइट फेरि तैट यस्तो नि हुन्छ जो तिमी माथि नअटाइसन सर गोल्डन ग्याङ होइन सियन भाइ मिड आउँछ म माथि फार्म खान्छु म माथिबाट खेल्छु कस्तो झ्याउ भयो छ्या धन्न हेरीले राम्रो खेलिरहेको छ यार सोलो खेलेकै ठिक रहेछ त्यही भनेको फोबियसले कसरी सक्दैन क्या सुईलाई यार ए सुईलाई रे चौलाई धेरै पनि चाङ्गे फेरि त्यट
ग्याङ हाने यार उसलाई यार तर अल्टी छैन मैले अल्टी वेस्ट गरेँ थिएँ मर्यो मेरो भाइ फेरि
हेर कत्रो भिड भएको थिएछ टर्न गयो फेरि अब
हान्ने हो हेरी त आउँदैछ
एक्लै रहेछ हान्यो हान्यो ए नान्न चौ भाइ छोडिदिएन दाइ भन्छु छोडिदिएन फ्लिक्कर हाने मारे यार मैले जोइ देखाउँदै किन यसले यार हेरी देखाइरहेको हेरिलीको के के गर्नु त अब कुटै छ चौल्यो अनि सियनवाली फिटिदिएको क्या लास्टै फिटिदियो
उसलाई बफ मात्र हान्ने वातावरण गर्दै हाल्छ त्यो नो गरे यार मलाई पनि लिन्छ जाइरहनु भयो अगाडि मर्दैन के हान्दैछ मर बल्ल भेटिस गदा यहाँ छ ल्यान्डस्लट गाडी जान्छ कि ब्याक दुइटै मर्सियो रेन्जी ये कजिन के छ थिएन उसले हाने नि मलाई कारीले ट्याङ्क किलर लिसो रहेछ नि त अनि पो मेल्ट भइरहेको रहेछ
के हो ट्याङ्क किलर चाहिँ त्यो दुइटा
ए ऊ हान्यो साथी लड हान्यो
के गर्नु साथी यार जाऊ न तिमी गएर उडेर छोडिदेऊ न
हान्छ है त लामा
के भयो किन रुको why are you crying Dubai, guys.
काटो मार्न मुस्किल नहीं नामुमकिन है
यसो रुको अरे किन रुको त्यस्तो नरुवा न
हेर ट्याङ्क किनहरूलाई ट्याङ्कै चाहिएको छैन हेर पुरा त्यो उसले भिजन दिइरहेको छ टाउले
त्यही भनेको तर एक्सपी काम त त्यही त नि हाने भने भाइले हाने बल्ल हाने भने हाने किन रुको गाइजहरू
हो त्यहाँ देख्ने गरी अल्टी हान क्या मैले त्यही भन्दैछु के त्यहीँ बसेर रिकल गरिर तर सिमेन भाइ नि मजा नै आउँछ एटलिस्ट एकजना गाली खाली त सकिन्न
भात खायो भात गएको म अरे हो र Welcome guys, everyone like, subscribe, comment everyone. Zero kill को सीओ छ के भन्ने यसलाई भात पकाउने मान्छे गेम खेलिरहेको छ अरे को हो त्यस्तो मान्छे चाहिँ लेभल 15 त भयो हुन त के गर्ने यार फार्म पनि ठिकै भयो हुन त
मेरो त यो रिकलको माथि केही पनि देखाउँदैन त
देखाइरहेछ आउँछ यता आउँदा सिमेन्ट भयो नि हुन्छ ट्याङ्क आइ नै हुन्छ पुसानु ए अहिले चल्छ ओइ मारे चोर्दा मारे झन् एउटा डिफेन्स आइटम बनाएर नभए मारिदिन्थ्यो के भयो भात पकाएर खाऊ न गाइज
मलाई भात बनाइदेऊ न यार
ट्राई गरौँ बरु हो हानु त हानु सेन भाइ
हानु भाइ हानु
गाइज रे के भन्नु त अनि टिकल मडिकल गरे क्याटेल पुछाने कुकुरले पकाउन लाग्यो हो र अरे सरी माइ ब्याड सुत्नु पर्दैन नि जिमलाई काम कहिले काम
मिड हान्नुमै साथी अब भाइ मिड आऊ
आजदेखि काम भयो है नि रहिलै लो लास्टै विक छ क्या यसो फेरि त्यति फार्म गरे पनि हान्नै सक्दैन त्यही भनेको बचाउनु त खोज्यो नि त्यो तिमीले यस्तो गर्दा पनि बचाउनु सकेन अनि सुए के खेल्नु हो यस्तो पाराले
बचाउनु खोजेको
अब निकाल्छु छिट्टै हेरे
मैले बचाउनु खोजेको त्यहाँ
तिमी मरेछ केहीजना कमब्याक हुँदैछ के त्यही भएर एक्सपी र रोम चाहिँ मलाई मनपर्छ के गाइज तिमीहरू नभएको अघि सकिसक्थ्यो गेम
एक किल चाहिँ हान्नुपर्छ साथी
लेटसम्म त जाला नि एक किल जति यार ल चुको मरे भयो यार जेरो किल सियन भाइले हो क्या सियन भाइले गर्दा सियन भाइले सुरुमै फिड हानिदिइहाल्यो त्यसपछि के गर्नै सकिनँ मैले अहिले कहिले खेल्दिन जिन्दै खेल्दिन सी लास्ट नक गराएको छ कि हेरलाई यार एक गेम जित्यो 2 गेम हार्यो 70 मा झर्यो क्या रिपोर्ट आइपो गर्दै थिए भने रिपोर्ट लास्ट पिक लिगो जान लास्ट पिक हैन सेकेन्ड लास्ट पिक
लेको मिल्क भइरह्यो भने
मलाई रिपोर्ट गर अरे किन रिपोर्ट गर्न दिलाई चाहिँ के गर कसलाई के भयो
कसलाई के भयो
भाइ नखेल्दै तिमी एक मिनेट दिक्क लाग्यो अरे किन दिक्क लाग्यो किन दिक्क लाग्यो
केटीहरुको प्रोफाइल हेर्दै बस्नु पर्यो यार
वाइ दिक्क लाग्यो त्यतिकै छोड नकेसलाई किन मलाई आफूलाई दिक्क लाग्यो आफूलाई थाहा हुँदैन त नि किन लागेको होइन छिटो गरेर कहाँ गयो छिउन भयो फेरि अनि मेसीको कोइन पायो कोइन मसँग त 21,000 छ यार लियोमोडको स्किन निकाल्नु पर्ला फ्रीमा फेरि हार्यो भने सिउन भएर किकै अब किकै फेरि हार्यो भने सिउन भएर किकै के भयो व्हाट ह्यापेन्ड किङको जोइन निकाल्नु परेको मैले फेरि अघि त 3टा म्याच गराएँ बरु 3टा म्याच भयो भने के हुँदैन थियो होला यार अघि
त्यही
भनेको सुई खेल्नु भन्दा त यार कि बरु घोडा हान्दिएको पनि हुन्थ्यो
चाइले झन् घोडालाई लात हानेर अल्टी नै क्यान्सल गरिदिन्थ्यो होला तिम्रो
क्यारीले मेल हान्दिन्थ्यो क्या घोडालाई चौले झन् घोडै दिइदिन्थ्यो
अब मेजले आक्स गर्दैन जस्तो लाग्छ एकछिन पर्खिउँ न हेरौँ न हामी कुरेर बस्छु गरे
त्यो पनि गोड रेगा ल हेरित
ट्याङ्को हान्दिउँ के हो
घाटो हेर्न घाटो दामी छ त जुन बेला नि दामी छ घाटो त जस्तो पिक्दैन
घाटो त अब काम
तिमी त त्यही हान भाइ फुल बेसै हान तिमी त
लिग म लास्ट पिक हान्छु
Time and tide wait for no man nor girl.
I am not the only
XP लाई लास्ट पिक दिन पर्ने लाग्छ
Let's hear from the crowd. Make some noise for yours.
Obviously. मैले कति राम्रो खाएको हान्ने नि हो कति बेला हान्ने दामी हान्थ्यो
ऊ हान्नु
दामी हान्दे क्या हो खाकुरा
टिग्रीले हान्नु कि कार्मीले हान्नु
कार्मिला टिग्री त कामै छैन
Time to drop the beat of the
आलु काट खाली थियो नि साथी
पर्दैन आलु काट काम छैन
True love is like blood.
The enemy is picking.
जोइले आन्सर गर्छ सबलाई सेबर भयो यार सेबर आयो भने त आलु काटै ठिक थियो यार 1 शट हान्न सक्दैन त्यतिले करिना यस सुरुमा फिट्दियो भने चाहिँ कुटाइ खायो म्याच त तर
Demons, I shall be your eternal nightmare.
गडलाई त रोउनी भयो त यार आलु काटले त
ढुङ्गा लाग्यो क्या हो
एउटा जे भए पनि लिनुपर्ने यार यसपालि सब रिकलमा म चाहिँ एक गेम खेलेर दारू खानु गएको केटा हो आज गुड स्याटरडे मनाउनु पर्छ
ओके चल मनी गेम हेर्न जान्छ सडा पुच्चे अरे र हैन राफ्ची मनी गेम हेर्न जानु पर्ला एपछि त यार
अनि पब्जी हेर्नु पर्यो टक्क लाएर
कस्तोबाट हेर्छौ होराकोबाट हेर्छौ कि लाइभ हेर्छौ
म त लाइभ हेर्छु त्यो मलाई यार त्यो पब्जीमा आफूले बुझ्ने गेम हो हैन त्यो अरु त्यो बिचमा बोल्या मनै पर्दैन कमेन्ट अफ गरेर पुरै मजाले फुल स्क्रिन बनाएर हेर्ने हो के
मनी हेर्न जानी हो र म त यही स्ट्रिम हेर्नुपर्छ ल
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
किन नभए काट्दिने स्ट्रिम बन्द गरिदिने जस्तो लागिरहेको
यहाँ माथि एउटा के हुन्छ हैन भने रिकर्ड गर्दाखेरि छैन त भने
अहिले भरे आउँछ होला नि त उता भरे आउँछ भने भाइ त
छैन के खै यहाँ हेर है
छिटो ल बेसै पुग्दिरा यहाँ हेर है भन्दै यस्तो त छ मान्छे ल
हेरेको के मैले खै का
अहिले लो हुँदाखेरि हेर्नुपर्छ नि अनि ठिस भनेको त अब ल तिमी चाहिँ के कुन हेर्न लाग्यो पब्जी हेर्न लाग्यो कि मोबाइल चाहिँ हेर्न लाग्यो यामी मर्यो एउटा चाहिँ मर्यो
म आलु काट भन्दै कस्तो ड्यामेज दिएको जनसनले मलाई
हजुरलाई हेर्न लाग्यो रे वाउ गफाडीको गफै बेसी ल साथी छ पापी बुम ओइ
साथी पेटी फेरि हानेर छु
दामी लाग्दियो दुईटालाई 25 लाग्दिरा भनेको मैले देखिरहेको थिएँ हौ त्यो त कुदेर आएको त गफाडीको गफै बेसी
हेर न पहिला ट्याङ खेलेकोले छ हेर न
भाइ आउ त फिमेन भाइ हारिरहेको छु के भइरहेको छ तिमी यता बोल 7 सेकेन्ड माग्छ 5 सेकेन्ड 2 सेकेन्ड 3 सेकेन्ड
म छ साथी यहाँ दुनियाँले अल्ट हान्नु थालिसकेको मान्छेलाई यहाँ
यो EXP हार्दाखेरि टटलमा हान्नु पर्यो के
EXP हारे हैन तिनीहरुको MMA को हो के साथी यता
हो त रहेछ नि सेन भाइको अल्टै थिएन अनि
गोलले नाको ए MM EXP आको
सियान भाइको नि अल्ट थिएन के अल्ट भएको सक्थ्यो के
ल मेरो अल्ट आयो अल्ट रेडी ए ब्याग जान जनसन छ हो कस्तो गुवाच केटी साथी तिमी नआउनु
सकाइदिए मैले मिनियन्स त्यसले फाइदा भयो नि यार
साथी आऊ है अल्टी रेडी छ पेट्रिफाई पनि छ जनसन डार्लिङ आयो
जनसन ने बिस्तारै
ऊ पनि यही छ ल
ना माया भागै त्यो अल्ट आछ रिट्रिट गरौँ है रिट्रिट त्यो अल्ट आयो
सिसिमी दायो सक्दिन भाइ म मार त्यो मार त्यो म
अल्ट आयो मेरो नि अल्ट आयो जनसन नि आयो भाइ
जनसन आयो
ल छ्याप ठ्याक्कै भ्याक्सिनाको यसमा पर्दिन नभए त मेनियाक आउँथ्यो मेरो यार
कस्तो ड्यामेज खाएको नुक जङ्गल
कस्तो नुक जङ्गल भ्याक्सिनाको अल्टमा पर्यो के ब्रदर
खाँदिनँ म ड्यामेजै खाँदिनँ अब त्यो म स्काई पर्से राख्छु र किल हान्छु अब दामी सेक्सी ब्याकौ डार्लिङ ब्याकौ
सुतिरहेको के गराएको तिमी हेलो ओ मान्छे
सुतिरहेको छु डार्लिङ ए मलाई भने नि साथी
भ्याक्सिनमा मान्नु पर्यो कि भ्याक्सिनलाई मार्यो एउटा बिट मात्र भयो क्या यार त्यसले फ्लिकर हानेर छ्या सुतिरहेको कि के गर्दै हौ टर्टल गयो नि फेरि हौ बुट्टै बनाउनु पर्यो यार खै त बुट
अनि बुट बनाएर बनाउनु पर्यो
भाइ माथि छोडी त्यो भत्किनु भत्कोस्
कुन गेम चाहिँ आऊ भने
भाइलाई चाहिँ भनेको के सियोन भाइलाई मिड आऊ भनेको नचल तिमी नचल छोडी भत्किनु भत्किनु मिड खबर मिड
मैले यसले मार्छ होला भनेको उल्टो मर्दिरहेँ यो यार छ बिचारे मेरो गल्ती भयो यार यो चाहिँ लास्टै मेरो गल्ती भयो यार मैले अल्टी नै भने यार मार्छ होला भनेर अल्टी नै हानेको
मरे म त आयो जनसन देखेन
बोटलाई मार
सोचिरहेको तिमी के सुतिरहेको भने कि सोचिरहेको भनेको What are you saying? Cookons guys, everyone like, subscribe, comment, everyone. Joyle हेर न यस्तो हानिरहेको छ केटाले हान्दैन यार
साथी
भाइ हाना माया आय हाना जा मरेछ सरी भाइ मेच कसो हान्दा कटले त्यही भनेको गेडिन अडेतिर जनसनलाई मारिदिएको अरे हो अडेतिर जनसनलाई मारिदिएको मेरो फार्म टन्नै भयो गाइस सबैले मार्नुपर्छ अब मनी आउँदैछ बचाउन त गाइस कसले सक्छ मलाई 5 सेकेन्ड बाँकी छ ओए 2 सेकेन्ड बाचे 1 म्यान आर्मी हो के जोइ त लो भनेको आइदियो अर्को मलाई फर्स्ट बर्डे लिएको एनिमी बाटो भएर जान्छ लिएको रे हो र ल ब्लू खायो नि यार तेरो हेरि यार अब मार्छ है ब्लू छ त्योसँग ब्लू चाहिँ म त आउँदिन है म्याच पनि छैन
म त केही भन्दिन
गड त लिएको छ भाइ के विश्वास गर्ने यस्तो यार यस्तो मारिदिएको तिमीले जनसनलाई फेरि मरेछ दुईजना
गाडी आया गाडी ने ठोक दिया बसड़ी नाइस चाची नाइस
क्यों थक रहे हो भाई साहब क्यों थक रहे हो जब भाई जाने ना
पछाडी साथी पछाडी
कुल डाउन अब चाहिँ मऱ्यो म स्किल कुल डाउनमा गयो कि तर हेर न गेम प्ले हेर न आलु रहेछ आलु काट आलु होइन जोइ चाहिँ डन हो के गर्नै सक्दैन नि तेरे
भाइ लेभल पुग्दैन यार हाम्रो यार
अनि मैले मेरो साथीलाई कार्मीलाई लिउ भनेर पेट्री हान्दै मारेको ओह नाइस
आउ डार्लिङ लोक
हान्नु पर्यो नि त्यति त
अब त ठोक
है दामी हामी चाहिँ कहिले खेल्न पाउने हो सँगै
साथी मिड
साइड तिमीहरू जाऊ न मिडमा
आलु आयो कसरी हामी मैले
आफै बिजी हुन्छ अरे म कहिले बिजी भयो तिमी चाहिँ बिजी हुन्छ जहिले ओ जनसनबाट बच्छ गाई जनसनबाट बच्छ
मसँग त्यो छ अल्टी छ
ल पक्का एकछिन पक्का त्यसलाई मात्र हान्ने होइन क्या 10 जना हान्नुपर्छ अब म फेरि निदाउँछु रे ल सुत भरे काम छैन तिम्रो सुत
के गरे केटा हो मिड हेर न एकजना त हाम्रो
ओए 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 मदर छोदहरु त यार मलाई हान्न खोज्छ त यार हानै म आउँछ है
भयो भयो
आलुकाड पछाडिबाट आइरहेछ मर्यो को मर्यो अब भागे सबै भागे धन्न भागे तिम्रो त काम भएकै राम्रो रहेछ हौ जोन पिग यस जोन किङ कङ जोय ब्याक बाउन्ड भ्याउदिन अहिले आए
जन्सन पनि आयो साथी जन्सन आयो
लड सिमु भाइ किन अरे मैले भरे भन्छु ल बच्चौ गाई बच्चो गाई जर बच्चो मलाई बच्चो रिट्रिट हो के भरे भन्छु कि
जन्सन आयो भाइ जन्सन आयो
ल खोइ त
हान न दुईजना
ल चार्जर भयो भने त यार यतिकै स्टिम अफ हुन्छ त भयो हान साथी र मिड भएन म आए मिड भए यस मार्दै हाल्यो नि शिवा शिवन भाइ कहाँ थियो
हमने तो 4 को मारा था शिवाली एक्सपी 076 नूब
चार्ज भएन कि यहाँ मेरो यहाँ
ओइ बच्यो यार आमा कसम एमएम कस्तो मिठो बचेको 1 एचपी मा काम छैन ईएफपी र नेट दुईजना नूब
भरे म उठेन भने हेरे उठिहाल्छ नि हौ ताने मलाई ताने हाना मेजलाई नि हाना ओएस कहाँबाट आएछ उ छ्या मेरो चार्जै भएन कि यार के भयो
हामी दुईजना मर्यो भने त गेमै सिद्धिन्छ जस्तो
त्यही भनेको उठ्छ भरे जोन पी भन्दै थियो के गर्नै सकेन जोइले 15 किल हान्यो के गर्यो
15 किल हाने
086 हेर्दै नै हानेछ त
3 किल छ हो मेरो 3 किल छ भाइ 3 किल
श्यान भाइले के गरेको
थियो यहाँ हान यहाँ
सुत्दै गर
भयो छोड्देऊ अब त्यहाँ छोड्देऊ यता सरी छोड्देऊ त्यो के हुन्न नु पर्यो
मिड गाइस
हम भिजन त्यति
झन्डै गएको थियो म झन्डै 1 सेकेन्डले गएन म एकछिन रोको बस भाइ बस भने गएको ओ ट्याङ्ला नि हाना आए म मर्यो आलु मर्यो गाइस आलु चोर जोइ हुँदा आलु दिन्छ ओए यता ला बिटै बिग्रे
मलाई यसको पहिले लखाट्यो
हेरी छ क्या त्यहाँ लुकेर बसिरहेको लड हान्नु पर्यो ए डेटी छैन यार हाना उही झन्डे मारे जसले झन्ड पाए यार म चाहिँ भागेँ डर छैन मसँग भाग्यो भने म
यो गो त के भन्नु पनि सक्दैन के गर्नु पनि सक्दैन सिसीले खेलै हानिरहेको थियो त्यसलाई
हेरिजले ल्याङ हान्यो कि यार लास्टै सिसीले ल्याङ हान्यो नि
हेरिजको लागि कुन चाहिँ लिनु हो
त्यो पहिलोवाला
पहेँलो कि
भाइ
जन्सन आयो मरे तिमीहरू
एक्सी भएन अलि त्यही भनेको एक्सी भए लास्टै भयो बाहिर यस्तो दामी सेट हान्दैछ टाइसनले त
हेर यहाँ सेट हान्दा पनि छैन ओ बचाऊ हमको
ए माथिको टर्रेट गएछ त फाइदा भयो त नि हामीलाई गयो बिचको बचाउनु पर्यो कि बिचको बच्चा न कस्तो नुबडेहरू छ यार हेर न ल हे जेरिका
नचलिया मर्यो रनमती होइन भाइ हाम्रो EXP नुब भयो नुब EXP हामी नि कसलाई हान्नु बिचरा भाइले यार हेरी छले भेक्सिनाले स्टन्ट हाने
भाइलाई गोलले दिनु पर्यो है बिचरा भाइ माया लाग्यो मलाई यार हैन
त्यही गर्नु पर्ला
त्यही पनि जबरजस्ती एक्सपी खेल्न लगाइरहेछ सक्दैन नि फेरि जे नाम त आमा गाडी हिँड्दैछ
ए नहान्न हो नहान भयो कति हानेको बिग्रेर न भाइ निडेर त्यो छोड्दियो
लड हाने लड
मैले यहाँ
लड हाने लड किन लड हाने सारे करा गयो ल गेमै गयो 70 मा झर्यो 70 मा झर्यो सत्तरी 69 मा झर्यो अब यो गेम भाइलाई चान्स गोलमा एक गेम चान्स भाइ तिमीलाई अब गोलमा नि के खेल्छ भाइ तिमी 1-1 ब्यान्ड भइहाल्छ तिम्रो
म गई
ल
मेरो 4 स्टेट घट्यो मलाई दुःख लाग्छ छैन प्रमाणको 4 स्टेट घट्यो आजको दिनभरिको अनि
चोकले रिपोर्ट हान्दिन
पहिला रिपोर्ट हान्नु पर्छ हो यार छोड्ने हुनु दाजुभाइको माया
हाम्रो टिम भयो छोड्दै हुँदैन
दाजुभाइको माया छुट्टै ठाउँमा छ हैन रिपोर्ट भने भेट्नु पर्छ भाइ यार अब गडले मेसेज गर्लाई खुब मलाई भने थिस् त भनेर मेसेज गर्नु दिएर छैन
जो जाने मान्छे गएर गएको
अब जानु लाग्यो म निस्कि
ल भाइ गोल्ड राख ल गोल्ड खेल गोल्ड तिम्रो फेभरेट गोल्ड सपनी राम्रो देखिन गेम सुरु भइसकेछ त गाइज के भएको छैन भइसकेछ त ए कुटाइ खाएर टिएलपिएसले खा कुटाइ खा भाइ कुटाइ खा जित्नुपर्छ टिएल जित्नुपर्छ एसआरजीले फर्स्ट गेम रहेछ के भयो हामी ओइ हामी What happened?
Your team is banning. Please ban a hero.
Shut up पनि के भयो shut up भन्नलाई के भयो यो गेम पछि टुर्नामेन्ट हुन्छ हामी पनि के खेल्नु है
Your team is picking.
यो टुर्नामेन्ट हेर्नु जब गाइस ग्रान्ड फाइनल परिरहेको छ अब त लिँदै फर्स्ट पिकै लियो
Sir, what's your command?
दामी हान्दिरहेको थिएँ मैले जो यार
Your team is picking.
हारिहालेँ नि फ्र्याङ्कको लिएर हुँदै यार
Let them play the hero. I will be the truth this world desperately needs.
हान्छु रोम देखिरहेछ रोम
The smell of gunpowder in the morning.
Enemy is picking.
त्यस्तो टिम पऱ्यो तिमीलाई भाइ होइन होला गफ हान्छ आफूले चोको पाएर आयो होला अरूलाई दोष दिन्छौ
Wipe out all the injustice in the
स्ल्याम
world.
हाने गर्छ होला
My tail's
मलाई
been itching for a real fight.
Please pick a hero.
Time to drop the beat of the flash. Crowned by heaven's mandate,
भोको
my
लाग्यो यार
legacy shall endure.
के छ मसँग खाने कुरा
When you gaze into the abyss, the abyss is back.
सलिना भएको बफ लिएको चलिएको छ अरे टिकटकमा त जम्मा एकजना भ्युअर छ यार 2 जना यसो मसुद्ध गर अब जानुपर्छ है हामी पनि टुर्नामेन्ट हेर्न गाइस के तालको टिममा आज बफ लिएको छ लिएको छैन टिम चाहिँ इग्नोर हान्छ मलाई अनि मेरो गल्ती र फार्म नभएर हजुर हुन्छ हुँदाखेरि बोलाउँदाखेरि आएन त भाइ के गर्छौ जो छ नि त्यही भनेको नआउनु पर्छ त होइन ए म र एकजना हुन थालेको त उक्लिएर अर्को एकजना पो रहेछ अर्को एकजना चाहिँ प्यारी रहेछ नि त प्यारी क्या मर्दै सलिना पनि यार पकेको गेम प्ले देखेर सब भागेर पकेल त राम्रै खेल्दै थियो सिएम अम्मा मोमो लिएर आइरहन् गाइज लिएर आमै त ल कस्तो बेला फ्लिकर हाने केले ल ल ल ल ल ल ल यताको म्याप भेट्दै थियो हान्दिसकेछ कति चाँडै यार नेट चल्न थाल्दा नेट चल्न थाल्यो नि यार नेट हैन सर्भर मिल्यो भन्नु न चौकट खानु पर्यो कि एकजनाले That is blueberry. La रेडे खाइदिएर अहिले लो what the flip मर्छ भन्दा के नवाजिया थियो उहिले लाग्छ फार्म त
minutes now.
Oh, very nice. Hey, Penny, bhai.
Initiate retreat.
Leonin exclusive? No?
Get some guys, do. तिहार परेको परे गर्दैछ यार पालाउँछ क्या सबको पालाउँछ गाइस बिस्तारै खेल्नुपर्छ बिस्तारै बिस्तारै गएको के मरिहालिन्छ
At least it's fun. Very smart. You did know you were in a battle, right?
Dila भागे छ गाइस के मार दिया दाएं दाएं Lija, hello, hello.
They will soon learn this short-tailed Leonin isn't as cute as it seems.
Ya, war परेछ त माथि. Relax फ्री गर्छ कि छैन भाइ? हो र भाइ, हैन होला. हेलो गाइजहरु, को हुनुहुन्छ? सबले सब्स्क्राइब गर्नु पर्यो. लड हान्न ब्याक. लड हान्नु पर्ने यार, ट्याङ्कै मर्यो यार. Miss Blueberry, hi Leeds. Yes, hi. यसपछि MSC हेर्न जानुपर्छ गाइज हो सबैजना. मेरो फ्रेन्ड हो लिजा रे. हो तिम्रो फ्रेन्ड हो. ओके वेलकम लिजालाई वेलकम. यो के रहेछ मेज त हामी नि त. ल गयो भाइ, म एमएससी हेर्न. बाई आउला स्ट्रिममा. के छ गाइजहरु, ग्रान्ड फाइनल हेर्दियौ न त अब.
PH is gonna help
Who
them
game?
be able to
SRG
fight
ले
easier
जितेछ.
at the start of
कुचिङ
the
बर्यो,
game, and I
कुचिङ.
think it's gonna be very good.
Yeah, I think Selena definitely could be a pickup. With the ban, they take out the Ruby though, because there's the gold lane. It's definitely a possibility. And quick note to that, Oheb back in the M3 days was known for playing non-marksman gold lanes. We saw things like the Atlas back then. We've seen those picks. It beat BTK way back in the day. So
good old days, man.
I'm just saying, double fighter off lane, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yes, I don't think we can completely count Oheb out. I just don't know if TLPH wants to run it.
But you know what? This Ruby ban by SRG, it makes me think about what Kid Bomba said, because the Rubies too can be considered like, yes, a flex, and we want to think of it as a gold lane ban, but if Kid Bomba presented the entire idea of the Lapo flex, then might as well. But yeah, so they go for the Luyi last ban too for Sanji, but then the Selena, that's open. The Valentina, that's open.
Subscribe always on that.
Yeah, so now looking at the Esmeralda as well as the Glue banned out here, is there any more good EXP laners to deal with this Lapu Lapu?
The Esmer ban kind of tells us that it is a Lapu XP, and I don't think that Oheb is comfortable on the fight. I do think that he's gonna go for like a Purify Marksman versus the Kalia, something like a Harith, like a Claude. I am really waiting for that pick, and I actually don't know what experience he can take versus Lapu anymore, because The glue is a really good answer. The Esme is a really good answer. And 4 XP laners are banned currently, if you guys didn't notice.
Yeah.
We have seen things like what the Akai get picked up in EXP as like possible answers, just something that can work.
Oh, is that Hylos? Yeah,
Hylos. So
I don't think that's a good pick though.
You don't think that's a good pick?
I don't think that's a good pick versus
Why?
Lapu.
You think he's gonna get punished?
I do.
I don't like Hylos either personally.
So
but it might work. We don't know. We don't know.
Hey, anything can happen. Anything can happen because here's the thing. First pick is just overall superior. So now, Brigitte, we're looking at the final 2 picks here for Team
Miss
Liquid.
Blueberry
Looks
and
like they do pick up the Kari,
Lisa.
and they do pick up the Valentina. What do you think of the overall composition coming in from Team Liquid?
I feel like they're gonna be much more comfortable with this, aside the fact that Sanji did get his hands on the Valentina again, and there are just so many ultimates he can steal away from SRG. And despite the Granger still being open, for Sanji, that's just another option. Like the Death Sonatas can just be picked up by the IMU, and they have ways to reach these heroes in the backline for SRG. Now, especially that they have, or they don't have the Akai and the Grok in their lineup.
Yeah, I think you definitely just pick up, you pick up what? Just the Granger here, Purify, Flicker, whatever you want to go. You could go for something like the Claude possibly if you really want to play the safe route because of all the dive heroes.
Oh, that's a Bea.
Oh, Beatrix.
Yeah, so now Kibomba looking at both drafts. Any final thoughts before we go into game number 2?
I love the draft of Team Liquid. It's the YSS together with the Valentina and the Gatot. I feel like they're stronger on the mid lane because Gatot is a super good pick against the Kalia. For me, it's going to all depend on the first turtle, and I have a feeling that the Lapu Lapu is going to make the difference in this game. So let's see.
Yeah, very solid picks here coming in from Team Liquid. The SRGOG looks like they want to go for the all combo of the Kali as well as the Beatrix. So thank you very much, panel. But now we got to throw it over to the casters for game number 2 in this grand finals.
Thank you so much. Everybody on the panel is absolutely right. We love the words coming out from Kid Bomba. Right. Me and Mirko definitely agree. It's going to come down to this Lapu here. The matchup is tough, but we've already seen what game 1 looks like. That tempo is important. These neutral fights are
Blueberry from India is
right
into
the land of dawn for our second game in this best of 7 here at the grand finals of the Mid-Season Cup 2025 here at EWC 25. Let's get this show on the road. TLPH on the blue side facing up against SRG OG on the red side.
So we've seen a composition where SRG basically
said,
nah, Carl, you're not going to win out those red tree battles. Now we're seeing more of a brawly composition. This is what I think we've come to expect from SRG, more so than game number 1, where it was an unorthodox SRG. We didn't expect that kind of strat. So let's see if they can actually do that. Again, Bomba mentioned this matchup going to be very good for Team Liquid. Turtle One, very important for both these teams. That guy knows a whole lot about the game. I think he should go pro.
Yeah, I think he should also maybe turn into a talent or something afterwards. But it's the way that we've seen this game play out. We can tell from the drafting phase alone that SRG have kind of doubled down on the strategy of the pickoff, right? Really utilize that Tsunami Slam. Whoever they pick off, they have to instantly kill. Because Team Liquid, they see this Beatrix and they're like, wait, she doesn't have the Purify. If we can get that battle spell out, that's a huge window for us to punish our opponents. If they went Granger with a Purify of his own, I think Oheb would be a lot more confident into taking on this fight, especially if the Granger makes a mistake. Based on Emblem so far, things are looking pretty normal, nothing too unorthodox or out of the ordinary. Only notable thing is probably going to be not only the Weapon Master from Innocent, but the Wilderness Blessing coming up specifically from Cram. He wants to be part of these fights.
He does a whole lot more mobility. It's already a very high mobile hero here. Also, the firmness to pull yourself together here, coming from Yum. So he wants to go for those big ultimates, but also he wants to respect how much damage Team Liquid have, especially around the first turtles, where it's very important for them to secure it. It comes down to the snowball again in the mid lane. Stormy, airstrike over to Sanji, taking him so low, and that's just so much more pride to play with. Sanford already there, but the Glorious Pathway is going to stop Carl Teasy in his tracks. It's going to be tough. Sanford diving with Brave Spider. Onto Stormy he goes. Tries to predict the flicker move. The wings by wings was a bit too much for him. Carl with the move. Again, mounting shocker. Predicting the move from Skies. Sanford with the jump one more time over Stormy. Good peel from Yomes. And Sanji now has the Glorious Pathway. With a Renner's Apathy to turn the tide around. Skies finds some execution. The taunt dodged away from. And it becomes another from Innocent!
He's playing out of his mind now. Another feathered airstrike. They're going to get it this time. Oh, JP, the next to fall. What a start coming in from SRG OG Esports. They're not done yet. Give him another one, might add it. Holy, a 3-0 and 1 start for Innocent.
Innocent on a Beatrix. This is a big gamble. To play this in the grand finals, to be landing these shots.
Oh, you can even see Oheb. He sees Innocent move into position and he's like, no. Dashing in, trying to protect his teammates. Sacrifice my HP, sir. Unfortunately, too late. The angle is good, and you can see Krammy's happy about that very first fight. Now the tempo in control, as you can see by the live cam view, Sanford taking the brunt of that damage. Unlock Kram from his lane. Yums, chill out for a moment. Once we get Beatrix in position, we will be able to clear out these waves and not interact with them. Wait.
Nice. Dodge away again. Jumps in. Phantom Execution. Dodge away from Oheb. Able to get the stun. Or the dash is here. Zaman Force coming in as well. Skies with the Thorn Rose. Unable to get it in time, but the sustain comes through. Sanji walks up, and it's Oheb who picks up the kill. Stolen Tsunami Slam. Lands a shot, but he gets away. Oh my goodness gracious. Stop this man, someone!
Okay, Innocent, he's still making plays of his own, but this time JP is like, no, Oheb already tried to die for our sins. And he already outplayed the bot side gank. Now he lifts his hands up saying, not this time, I'll protect you. Now Team Liquid have pulled this back. Despite the score being 2-4, Slang or Red Giants have a minor lead. It equals out on both sides, but let's look at where the advantages actually are. With all these fast rotations that we've been seeing from Kram's side, he did lose out a little bit of EXP, which is why you're seeing Sanford at full level and more on his side on Lapu Lapu. He's also helping to pick up that mid-wave to allow Sanji to alleviate his pain. Now Yums, wait, hold on. That's a genius one purchase coming in from Stormy's side. They want to snowball this game out of control off of this next fight.
Both junglers are in level 7. Innocent walking up to the mid lane already. Carl Teasy holding on to the bush. Gotta be careful. Walks over the damage again. Yum's gonna be caught under. This is gonna be the red tree from Skies. AOG with JP walking to the back. Sanford can't solo. Still doing damage. Will fall in the end. No, he actually survives for a bit longer. As Stormy walks up, gets Hammer Feather airstrike over from Sanji, but he gets away in time.
I don't.
Yums and Sanford.
Not too bad for SRG.
I don't do it.
But it worked out. Team Liquid, they walk in, they get the turtle of their own. Where else can they find the punishment, right? They're looking for invade options, but I don't think that Carl TZ is comfortable enough to walk in just yet, knowing that Innocent is nearby. But so many resources have been already utilized. Now that they've spotted Sakai's down on the bot side, should this be a green light for Team Liquid to try and extend Carl's lead, to try and get something over Sakai's?
Could be, but it's just...
Nah, he's checking it every single time. Don't invade. Don't try. This is our territory.
It's very, very difficult for Carl to invade here up against a landslide. And again, this is the reason why, yes, Yi Sun-shin is really good in the meta, but just in the third place match, we've been seeing how Lancelot could take over games. Kram with the Glorious Path against Sanford! Jumps with the Bravest Fighter over to Stormy! Tsunami Slam there, but it's not going to unpack anything. Sanford! Into Kram now! It's Skies the Puncture. Carl will give it a shot. Skies with the Puncture one more time. Terrified in! Sanji gets away, gets the help of the Revitalize. Oheb with the chase. Can he get the last shot onto Skies? He gets a turtle buff again. There's a few more minions. He buys some time.
He's gonna go down. Sakai knows he's dead for sure. He's got no more mana to puncture or even Thorn Rose. And you can see that the TL fans are happy to see this happen. Now, 1.7k lead for the side of Team Liquid. They've evened up the score and even found a lead of their own against SRG OG Esports. What a fight to turn things around. Now, majority of this gold is leading in to both Carl TZ as well as Oheb, but that fight was won by Sanford and JP's combination. Great synergy, knowing Innocent, hey, you get hit by any CC, it's over for you.
Dude, I thought when Innocent got 3 kills at the start, it was over, but it just goes to show you how good Liquid are at recovering. That's Sanford who gets caught. He still had the Spider saves it. Good damage with the Nemiru's Passion over to Oheb. He's going to be at half. That's a big feather airstrike not landing at all.
It looks like they're
going to try. Sanford, he's already in.
A little bit of damage. Taunt over to Skies as well. That's the sun dodged away from again. Sanford caught in the midst of it all. That's the Render's apathy landing on JP. AOG cancelled out of Skies. Jumps over to Thorn Rose. Oheb with Zaman Force still jumping back and forth. Another shot from Carl. Red tree battle on the turtle. Yums jumps in, but won't be able to find the range. Sanji kiting away now. It's a red tree. Carl Teasy secures the turtle.
Crazy. 3v4, and Carl Teasy making it known he's not going to lose another retribution battle against the rising star of Sekai's. War Axe already purchased by Carl Teasy, and that's great for him because now he's got true damage in his kit, and he's going to be able to sustain in his own jungle, even if he takes a bad trade against SRG.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Zaman Force there. Sky's luckily able to escape, but it will be a turret down below. They're looking for more. Sanji has it. Innocent force to flicker out. Sanji with a Tsunami Slam. Can use it. JP gets caught. Feathered Airstrike one more time on him. He's a bit too tanky.
Too tanky for now. All right, for now. There will be a time where JP is going to take more damage, but that Revitalize saves him so much. The execution was good from the side of SRG OG, but now that they don't have much of a lead, and technically they're playing on the back foot, Team Liquid are more than confident to make these plays. Yeah, sure, take JP. Of all people, as long as you're not taking Sanji, as long as you're not taking Oheb, we can make this work. And don't worry about Carl Teasy. He hasn't missed the trace list just yet.
It's been on point. Oheb too. Man, again, he had to lane against a 3-0 Innocent. Has been doing it really well. Up against a matchup that is still very skill reliant before level 4, right? So Innocent had a lot of that advantage. But now, I would want to see the items again to see if Oheb is going for the Starlium build or the Enchanted Talisman build.
He's going for Starlium.
It's very close to a Holy Crystal. That is going to be the massive power spike for Team Liquid to take control in these team fights.
If we're talking about punishes in terms of the item build, Team Liquid, they're aware that SRG OG, especially for Stormy going for that Genius Wand, it's like, oh wow, it's huge if you have the lead. And now that they've taken that lead back, yeah, that Genius Wand can do only so much.
Purify out of Tsunami Slam. That's a Tsunami Slam over the skies as well. Zaman Force can be popped in as JP holds the back line with the help of Sanford with the Raven Spider. But still, oh, Sanford gets a stun again, and it finds Innocent in the back line. He's still alive. Sanji walks up again, might be overzealous. Now gets all of them, positive Purify, and gets taken up by the Thorn Rose. Sanford look for the kill. Oheb still on the purple buff, gets it away as Yobs disengages, and it ends up being 2 for 2. But Sanford wants to go with the Raven Spider one more time. Over to Yums. Oheb has Zaman Force, and they get Yums.
10-10, 3.3k lead, and an important fight for TLPH to now take the Lord convincingly. Sanford has been so monumental for this squad. The Sansan duo still connected as ever. As SRG OG, they cannot have these extended fights against a team like this. 2 bravest fighters were used in that fight. 2 of them.
Goes to show you how balanced the cooldown is on that hero. I mean, hey, it is also Sanford, a signature pick from when we saw him at M4. He did wonders with that pick, and he is doing it here too. It really just seems like the KD is doing it justice, right? 3-4-3. He's not invincible on this pick. SRG have been able to punish it a lot of times, but they have to be very careful once those flickers have been spent. Stormy and Innocent are so vulnerable when they don't have those flickers, and it just makes it so hard for SRG to play the front to back that they want to.
That's why we keep reiterating that tempo is so important, especially with like these high execution style of composition. You're playing a pickoff composition. You start falling behind, Team Liquid can just force resources out of you, and it always feels like you're playing on the back foot. These leads are so big in terms of their 2, maybe even 4k swings. Right? Come on, throw something at this. Team Liquid is asking SRG to do something about them.
Yums try to go up, and it will be the Holy Shield in the mid lane taken. Team Liquid, 6,000 gold lead. The scoreboard isn't looking as, you know, crazy as it was in game number 1. It was SRG dominating. Here it's 10-10, but still, the gold lead all for Team Liquid. Take a look at Oheb. He's building towards, I believe, a Divine Glaive. He's almost 2,000 gold ahead of Innocent. Again, something to remember is the fact that Innocent went for Weapon Mastery. So once he gets these big items, it will be a massive power spike.
I mean, the Blade of Despair is already pretty huge for him, which is why you're seeing him, you know, try and get some really important damage, but just notice the item goes on the opposite end, right? We're seeing Blade Armors come on through. No Malefic Roar just yet, oh, a Malefic Gun? Sure, but you gotta walk into our range, and that's something
Bentom Stores, thank you for watching in TikTok. Please subscribe my YouTube channel. Do you have a store, brother? Bentom?
I'm expecting him to get a little
What
more,
kind of store do you have?
A little more snowbally. He's running the killing spree, right? So if he reduces SRG's health down to at least 50%, he might be able to start chaining kills one after the other.
Massive lead for whole lot for Team Liquid. Again, those are some big power spikes that we were just talking about. What was going to be built up? See Halberd, Divine Glaive. Now what for Oheb? Does he go for CE? Does he go for Immortality? Maybe Winter Crown to just survive the burst that's going to be coming through from Innocent and Stormy is the big question. Because JP, he knows he's taken a lot of damage. He would much rather have the Immortality so that he can be back up when he gets taken out. Which is, by the way, the main win condition of Selangor Red Giant. Sanford with the Bravest Fighter walking up again. It's going to be the AOG coming through. Flicker in for Sanford. Going for the stun. Finds Stormy in the back line. Forcing Flicker out. And now it's a collapse for Oheb. Sanji in the back. Liver to flash again. Tsunami Slam to bring Cram to give Oheb a mega kill.
Big plays being made by the side of Team Liquid ID, but their timings are immaculate. They're forcing these fights against SRG, knowing that they can get something out of them. As long as they don't trade 1-for-1, this is going to be an absolute free lore in their hands. 13 minutes into the game, Team Liquid are making a statement to SRG. Game 1, that's just a one-off thing.
They're going to time it too. They don't want to take it right now. They know they need to take it after 40, I guess?
40.
Yeah, so they want to play with the next wave, not this one. They want to have time to build up those big waves because they know how good the wave clear is for Selangor Red Giants OG Esports.
And it's especially dangerous, right?
Because
Team Liquid wants to siege against SRG. JP has to commit the AOG, and that's not something that they want to do. They want SRG to launch feathered airstrikes, to use the Tsunami Slam first, so that Sanford and JP have an easier time to pinpoint the locations of the backline and where that battle is going to flow. Sanji, I think, probably has to take the brunt of the damage, right? He can't really get into these fights just yet, and I think stealing away Stormy's ult has been a big problem. When he does get it, it's a heavy win for Team Liquid. When he doesn't have it, he's just waiting, runs a little too far forward, and he can slow that peel down. If he can terrify Sakai's, it's already a big win.
Gideon, they know the timers. They know Stormy and Innocent won't have the flicker ready by the time the Lord comes into base. So they're looking for the punish. Sanford with the Brave Spider over Skies in a 1v1 situation. Good Thorn Rose. Oh, a battle here in the mid lane as well as the Lord is able to charge down and get the turret. But Skies is so far away, but he's baited in the time. He's already distracted Team Liquid. They couldn't punish Stormy and Innocent without the flicker, but they will find Skies. It'll be delayed. Skies is doing a good job at just buying time. Red 3 coming in, and the Phantom execution too. But it is inevitable. Last shot. We get a display of those clean punctures before it happens. AOG! Flicker up, and it's down again.
So good. So very, very good. That's why, when we're talking about the Emperor's Eye, we're talking about just a full view of the map. You would imagine that with those phones, that they can only see so much, but Team Liquid, they see everything on the map, and the same goes for SRG. These punishes are huge, because now that somebody doesn't have that flicker, no huge plays are going to be made. Here we go!
Sanford again with the Bravest Fighter, wants to go for it, but a Tsunami Slam locks him down, as JP goes over the taunt. Sanford with the flicker backwards again. Turret dealt with already as Carl shoots out the Mountain Shocker, but it doesn't land on anyone. Ooh, that damage! The horse is down, and no, I'm not talking Liquid. I'm talking Cram on the Hylos.
Oh, Cram, he's not having much of a game right now. And Team Liquid are having the time of their life. 13-10, 11K goal lead. Most would say that this is, or what I would like to call it, the checkmate angle. However, SRG will hit 42K of their own, but Team Liquid have so many more resources, so many more options when it comes down to the fight. They can start swapping out their immortalities mid-fight if necessary. Winter Crowns might even come into play, but for the time being, it just looks like they just need SRG to make that first move. Ooh, Sanji going to be completing the Winter Crown first. There's a chance he might make a play of his own.
I think it's just for survivability, right? He's been placed in very tough situations. This Valentina has really just been mostly utility than it is damage. Yes, he is doing damage, but for the most part, you see the glorious pathway. You see the Tsunami Slam. It's not much of the feathered airstrike being stolen over by from Liquid, and I think it's for a good reason too. They know they have enough damage. They just need to peel and give space for Oheb and Carl TZ to dish out that damage. So now it's the Lord Dads. Bottom wave, good for Liquid.
Here's the conceal. They're gonna try. Cram takes it first.
There you go. That's a damage. Cram should be falling here. Goes in for the stun. As Skies walks up too. Cram actually survived with the glorious pathway. 1v1. The goat goes in and wins it out against the Prince. This will be free. SRG are running back to base.
He got hit by the turtle. Both
Thali
guys
tira
are
धेरै गएको
able to
छैन
outplay it.
दक्षिण ढकासम्म
Not easy.
केटाहरु
He's probably laughing to himself. He's like,
कोसँग
come
हिँड्छ
on,
दक्षिण
come
ढकासी
on. Lancelot, I'm the Lancelot guy. I am the guy. I have a skin after me, sir. Please, please, show me some respect. You can't 1v1.
Nope. Sanford, you're pretty good. Very good. Tsunami Slam coming out. Oheb. Zaman forwards. Carl Tizi. Oh, wow. That's actually a full dive over. Traceless to get away. Oheb still doing a bit too much damage. Jones will lose his immortality too. Carl handling the mini waves. That's 2 members down. Skies will be back up in 1. Innocent holding it down, but without Sanford, can they still look for the siege?
They could try. Innocent still has ults to work with. Oh, they've got Feather Airstrike, but they need to stall.
JP take a very low penetration, clips him. Innocent in the back trying to cut away. Oheb gets it, and with the godlike, Sanji freezes up, pops the Winter Crown, and the answer is yes, they can.
Woo! The Liquid Stampede is already gearing up. They're looking for that momentum on their side. The gallop has begun. Let's see if it turns into the full run. Holy, that was a good game.
Oh my God. Hey, the Liquid fans in the building are brutal with him, man. They've just been emoting all around. You can see them here.
Wait, does that guy have an NXPE?
He does. Hey, shout outs to Midnight. He was NXPE.
He was. This has been a fun game so far. And I mean, both sides have really shown their true colors in terms of, hey, you give us control over this game, you give us a little bit of a lead, we're going to be running away with it.
ल गाइस स्ट्रिम बन्द गरिदिन्छु यार म यार
Easy to see the early game pan out at the way
Sorry,
it did.
YouTube मा
You know,
हेरिहाल्छ
expected
हैन
Turtle 1 to be
उले
massive,
गयो म
but maybe not that crazy.
अरुण
It is
गयो गाइस दिपेश ब्रदर थ्यांक यू फर कमिङ
early kills was ridiculous, but then the recovery. We talk so much about the stampede that we forget how
bye
clean
bye
it
guys
can
bye
be,
bye
even when they're
YouTube
behind.
man
I mean,
चाहिँ
their fights have been
मजाले
looking a lot better this time.
टेक
And I think
केयर
this draft
थ्यांक यू फर
definitely
सपोर्टिङ यहाँ
allows them
चारजना
to have a much
चारजना
better
वाचिङ
time.
चारजना
I mean,
धेरै
let's
धेरै
not
धेरै
forget,
धेरै
one thing
धेरै
that was a
धेरै
little
धेरै
concern
धन्यवाद
was
यार
Innocent's item build. He decided to go